Oh my goodness. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, May 16th. And it was an interesting day today for our Stern show.
Yeah, we'll call that.
What is that noise?
Sounds like a whoopee cushion.
It really
does. It's a Jackie. It's a fart machine, right? It's Jackie's fart machine.
It's John. Of course it's John. He has no idea what he's doing. Something weird.
Yeah. Son of Jor-El, kneel thee for Zod.
I see he's a coward too.
How do I sound,
Jesus.
chat? Terrence Stamp will always be the best General Zod. You just cannot get any better than that.
No, he was perfect.
What they do to him.
Well, you'll all be pleased to know and hear that John is back to normal and sounding fabulous. Now, I wanted to just mention before we start today's show, you guys, I expected better of you. I got to be honest with you. I don't know why I had high expectations from our crew here. You know, we on any given day have over 350 people listening to the show live. And I cannot believe I only have 4 entries into the contest. So I just want to reflect upon this. You always do something wrong, but not tonight. I just want to reflect upon
take a hammer to my laptop
the contest. And I'm going to play you the entry thing for the contest. Okay, here we go.
Why am I
Bastards. I hate you all.
1, 2, 3.
This is it. The problem is the song blows. Now remember, the contest is to sing along with us, but it's not set in stone. You can do whatever you want. Just feel free to do whatever makes you happy. And sing along to beautiful David's rendition of Beautiful Day. Okay, that's all we ask of you. And look what you get to win. A limited edition sweatshirt or organic cotton tee with Mockateers on it, which is so much fun. It's really fun. Okay?
You're not competing against David, by the way. So don't be intimidated by his musical prowess.
Exactly.
You're not competing against him. He's out. He's way too advanced. He's arpeggiating.
But
I should say this. I got an email about David that said that this version is got the gravitas of Bruce Hornsby and Don Henley's The End of the Innocents. It invokes a melancholy in you on that level.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I feel it. I feel that. So in terms of the contest, we have some really good entries.
Entrees. How about an appetizer?
And I think you guys could do really. And it doesn't have to be good. You don't have to be good singers. Just do whatever shit you want to do. Okay.
What if the conjoined twins win?
That's it.
Who's voting? Just us?
Do they get 2 shirts? Or
I'm sorry, Kiwi's Big Adventure. I mean, what do you want? What do you want? You want cash?
It's a custom-made T-shirt.
Yes, it's a custom-made T-shirt. I'm literally going to put it up online to make 5 of them, or the sweatshirt. Rick, I will happily let you pay $125 for the sweatshirt. And you know what? Yes, and you could be one of the 5.
Sara has Pelican Brief T-shirts.
Okay, this has nothing to do with Sara and our contest.
Well, I'm just saying,
We're doing the Mockateers. This is the Mockateers. Okay, limited edition Mockateers.
10% for the big guy.
Hey. All right, so we're going to get today's show going. And remember, go to radiogunk@gmail.com to put in your submission for it. It doesn't have to be good. Nobody is going to pick on you. And better than that, nobody has to know who you are, okay? So you can just enter as whoever you want to be. You tell me what name you want me to use online, and that's
How
what
are
we'll
we
use.
voting? How are we handling the delineation process?
You, Dennis, Xavier, and Bon Jovial will be the arbiters of
Yes.
what gets
we'll have
picked.
America, and
America
Australia have
spoken. Yes, America am
I
spoken.
can be
And
bribed
Grace.
very easily.
Huh?
I can be bribed very easily.
I know.
But I'm Italian. It's in my blood.
Exactly. And Benjamin said, just like the show, it doesn't have to be good. That's exactly right.
Rudy Giuliani will give you $2 million to vote for votes.
Make an idiot of yourself for the profit. Oh, yeah, we're really profiting from this. Who's giving away the free sweatshirt, Aaron? You big dummy? Who's profiting off of this, you silly Billy?
I don't know if my
just
cat should have a
silly.
vote because she's very selective.
Who? Oh, cat, yeah. Okay.
What about I said Puzzle has a vote? I don't know.
Very
about that.
complicated cat. Very complicated.
Yeah, I don't know.
complex
She'd
cat.
be difficult.
All right, so what we're going to talk about tonight, mostly, we're not going to talk at all about winning Sam's mother, okay?
Good. Thank
Come
you.
on, it was 90 minutes of riveting boredom. I mean,
Yes, riveting. I'm sure it was
riveting boredom. I was
Prostituting your mom. Who is her grandmother?
zoning
His mother's
in and out.
grandmother, too. Isn't she?
You know
grandma?
what? I wrote to her on Instagram, and then I decided to delete it. I basically said, you stupid girl, why would you expose your mother
I'm going to do
to
it. I'll do it.
these people, you know? And most of the
Benji,
comments
right.
on there were like, who's Sam? Who is Sam? Why is she part of our world now? Why is she?
I know.
She is the female Benji. That's the best way to describe her.
I
She
feel
is
like she's the
Benji.
female JD. I don't think that she
No,
has...
she's a little bit better than GD.
She
but
might be a little smarter, but she can't articulate a sentence to save her life.
she's like Benji, literally with the shtick. She has shtick.
I hate the shtick coma. I hate
She has
everything
shtick.
about her mother. I don't even give a shit. I don't even know if it was on. Let's see.
Speaking of Mockateers, we had somebody in Irie1 in the with the little Mockateer thread today, and a great post. And just to sum it up, it's like you get embarrassed, like you're almost humiliated commenting or posting.
I want you
in
to meet
public
this.
Yeah.
about the
Lex, yeah.
Stern Show, that it's so embarrassing that you have no life and you're listening to the show, that you don't even want to write to them because you don't want to be seen writing to them.
Oh
online.
No, of course you
Yeah,
don't.
I agree with that.
Of course you don't. Okay,
You have
so
no
I'm
life.
not going to really go into Sam's mom, but I will give you guys this video. I guess that was just posted here so that you
Jesus
can see
Christ.
Sam's mom. And I guess she was in studio and the guys were on Zoom, maybe?
They
don't
zoomed
even
in.
really
Wait,
know.
even better. The contest was to win a Zoom date. I shit
Zoom
you
date.
not, a Zoom date.
Okay,
Not a
I'm going
real
to tell
date.
you why I didn't send it. I didn't send it because I've decided that I really detest when people are kind of like dicks and mean to me online, and I've decided I don't want to be that person to a girl I know nothing about. And that's the
Oh,
God's
I
honest
understand that. There's a way to frame that though and look classy while you're still
Yeah,
making fun of
exactly.
the
truth.
show.
And you know what?
No, I
Everybody else
understand
was
that,
giving
definitely.
shit, and so I just, had I done it early in the day, to be quite honest with you, it would have been maybe a little bit different. But I waited a little too long, and then it was just like jumping on some shit bandwagon. I mean, because everybody was ripping into her for having her
I mean,
her mom on there.
High
So
road
let's
mo.
let's see a little bit of this. It's only 2 minutes long, but let's see what her mom looks like.
This gentleman, Richard. Richard is from Hollywood, where he's a producer in the movie and music business.
Say hi to Richard. Hey, Richard, what's up? Hey,
Good.
how you doing, Howard? How you doing, Kathy?
Hey.
I love
No.
your story,
Hi.
and I
Is
love
that
I
Caitlyn Jenner?
love your attitude, and that's what I fell in love with.
Richard wants everyone to know he has a great sense of humor.
Fell
he
in
produced
love.
a music CD called Pull My Finger. It was comprised entirely of fart sounds. In fact, let me play a clip.
No,
See a free
that's not-
documentary.
All right, let me play it.
No. No.
Hands. But yes,
No.
Farts, and we toilet bowl when people
No.
were taking.
actually, what Kathy?
You're
No.
yeah,
That's
that.
kind
See
of
what you
disgusting.
think.
It's not my thing. Like bathroom
Well, before-
type stuff and
But
farting.
you're a
and
fan of this show. It kind
shitting.
of is your
I love
thing.
the show.
That's a dude.
I don't believe you.
I
How old is
not a fan of the
Samantha's
show.
mom, Monique?
60s?
So she's
60s,
younger than
sooner
Howard by how
60s.
many years?
Not many.
Okay,
many.
so Howard's acting
She
like
looks like
she's
a
like an old
dude.
woman, right?
I don't know
She looks
anything
like
about. Listen, to throw your mother into that den of vipers to me is probably the most inexcusable thing that you can do.
Very Bill Maher of you, Monique, with the den of
Yes.
vipers. I like it. I like
It's
it.
true, though. It's true.
I know.
That's
It's
what
a
they
nest
are.
of vipers.
Honestly, I walk that back because at least Benji has enough sense to never drown any of his family members on air. I mean, this is really whack pack level stuff. This is that's just wrong. I mean, that
It's
is what
just
level
wrong.
this is.
Yes, you're exactly
that's-
right.
that's
Speaking
our
of
level
Benji,
this is.
Dennis, that his mom and that producer has as much chemistry as Elisa Jordan and Tommy Mottola. You ever see those?
Exactly.
Remember that segment they did with Tommy Mottola?
Yes.
Like, what is this shit?
Jesus Christ. All right, so so let's see what was going on with today's show, and I still feel like there's some big giant either reveal he's going to do or something stupid. Once again, he went on for like almost an hour longer when he said he was wrapping up. And so I remember we were talking about how maybe it's some sort of stupid cumulative hours that are going
Correct.
to equal out to a couple of days or something like that. I don't really know. But he's been doing that.
Because he came out of 10 o'clock and the show was done. I mean, it was out of gas. And then he just decided to fill up. I mean, completely, utterly. I'm sitting there drooling, and I'm like, okay, it's done. And he brings in the worst impersonators in the world, and he manslaughtered an hour. He didn't kill. He manslaughtered him.
Don't you remember maybe a month ago or so he did the exact same thing?
Exact
He
same
brought
thing.
in all these people to thank them for all of their hard work and blah 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 blah, and introduced all of them to us.
That's not by accident.
Well, yeah. So exactly, it's
totally
not by
not by-
accident. But why are you doing it?
Something's, you know what? I think you're
Something's
right.
amiss.
I think they have him on a clock, and I think he has to produce X amount of hours versus, actual days.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm on that. I'm on that
It's starting
team.
to look like that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm on that
why
team.
else would he do it?
So that's what we kind of think is happening. And then after that, everything was about how, he still is in fear and he's living in fear. And then Beth comes in and just blows it out of the friggin' water.
She dropped a bomb squarely on that.
Jesus Christ. It was just, it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. So I'm excited to talk about that today. I don't even know what else actually happened today, Dennis. Anything? I mean, other than what we're going to talk about, anything else?
See,
before I start on this?
First half hour was Bobo filler. Then you had
right.
Beefus come in, and then we have that. Then you had at the 8:15 mark, you had Sam's mom whore herself out, and that went to like 10 o'clock.
Yes.
And then they did the bad impersonators for almost an hour. Yeah, that's the entire show. And then he did did you get the Aerosmith read at the end?
I did not. It was
Oh
just
my God!
It was
the
horrible.
Aerosmith. All right, so at the
Hold on
the
one second.
show's
Thank you, Drew
end-
Show. Thank you so much. I'd like to let Arm and all the basketball guys know that I and the Spurs will rule justly over the NBA with Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
I will hardly snicker as all other teams keep chasing greatness.
Popovich did it again, Rodney. He tanked success, just like Duncan and Robinson in the 90s. He did. The godfather of load management and rest did it again. Here's to Popovich retiring at 110 years old. I guarantee.
Go ahead, Dennis.
So back to the show. So at the end of the show, he's like, "Well, I have a spot here, don't I? I have to read something, right? Let me look for it." And then he goes into this Aerosmith commercial.
Yes.
And it's the deadest, flattest read ever. I mean,
Yes.
there's just zero emotion.
No passion.
It is,
Somebody in the chat today, Dennis. It was the IRE1, this great new poster we
Yeah.
have in the Mockery thread, had a great, speaking of basketball, great analogy for basketball in the Stern Show. This is what in basketball, when there's a 25-point or 20-point lead with 3 minutes left, they call that garbage time.
garbage time. Yep.
And this is the Stern Show running out the clock. And in the NBA or any
But why?
watch,
There's no need to run out the clock. He could be out the door at like 10 o'clock. He could have left.
because
Hours.
these guys are right.
I
It's probably
hear
an
you.
allotted
I'm
amount of hours.
agreeing with you. But the thing is, he didn't have to run out the clock. He didn't have to do that. You know, it's just crazy. And then
he's creatively bereft and bankrupt to do anything else.
Yes.
It's a safe way. It's just like the NBA garbage time, where you're killing time to get to the end, and there's nothing in it. You should have ended it.
Yeah, he's running the four corners. I mean,
Four-corner offense. Right?
He's running the four-corner offense, just killing that clock.
Except this whole show is garbage time for the most part.
Exactly.
Every Monday is all garbage time, all the time.
Once again, we would be remiss if we didn't mention he's at home. He could literally, he's on a Zoom call. He could literally just get on his iPhone and just walk around and continue to do the show.
You're right.
He's not going anywhere.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
I mean, he could walk. Wait, he could walk outside to that nice big pool of his and keep doing
just do
the
it from
show.
there.
Wow.
What's the rule with you qualifying for Florida taxes and shit by staying there? What's the
6
deal with
months and a
Limbaugh
day.
in the
6 months?
studio?
Is
They
it 6 months?
lifted
One
that,
day.
right? You can broadcast from Florida now.
Oh, well, I think the Rush Limbaugh clause went into effect, and yes, you can.
Yeah, so that's what he's doing.
that.
He wants, I think. I mean,
But he's not doing 6 months. He's not really doing the full 6 months.
He's an
so
idiot.
I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's paying double taxes. They're double dipping him. He's paying New York. He's paying Long Island property taxes.
I doubt he is. I mean, his guys have to be smarter than that. I mean, he's paying people a lot of money. You'd figure that. they
his accountants?
would be a little smarter.
Yeah,
than this.
all day long they're working on
I mean,
ways
Christ.
to write
He's
stuff
got a
off.
lot of money, though. I think it's
Yeah,
okay.
but I
think
understand
can
it, but
swing
he doesn't like
Mo's
partying
right.
with
I mean,
it.
what fraction of what he makes in 1 year goes to all the garbage that he does with his homes,
I
taxes?
can't even
and all that
imagine.
stuff? It's
We should do a
nothing. He
show on
doesn't
that one
see-
day,
Oh my God, it's got to be
exactly.
sick.
He doesn't miss that money. So
just to see what his
Someday
note is.
someone's going to tell us. We'll find someone who knows what's going on with that. You know, the home, some ex-housekeeper or land will tell you, yeah, roughly, this is what he does. This is who
Are
comes
you
in there. This
serious?
is how he
Oh, that's
maintains it.
hilarious.
Can you check that, Dennis? Can you check in
Sure,
with the stupid
what do you
gram?
know? I have a tab for that right here. Imagine that.
Excellent, excellent.
Mm.
So,
Really should-
yeah, I'm thinking that they are back home or they're leaving
No.
today to go back home.
well,
Yes,
there's
because
already there's whispers that today's show was recorded.
Oh yeah, I think the whole week's
Interesting.
been recorded. Yesterday was definitely recorded.
Well,
There's
since
no
he-
current events.
Since he left Alice and Monique, it's all about the Hamptons, right? So Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's exactly what he's
Oh my
planning.
God, they left.
Nicholas
That's-
says Jackie Chair looks like my anthology teacher tonight.
That's a compliment, Dennis.
I guess.
I guess.
I'm not so sure of that.
Show me what you're
if-
looking at, Dennis, please.
All
if
right,
you're-
hold on. Let me share this because this.
Yeah,
So,
this is.
once
I
again-
told you. I felt like they were going home. I felt this, and because of
Yeah,
what he's saying.
listen, well, look at this post. This is insane. First of all, of course, the woman is better looking than the one named Mado. Imagine that. So there we go.
All right. hang
See it
on.
yet?
No. Let me just.
Dennis,
get it.
sometimes I think you and Monsoon are the same person.
I can't have the
Soon.
vitriol. The vitriol that she spouts. I cannot do. Let
Okay,
me blow
what's-
this up a little bit. Let me
What's
blow
with
this
the
up a little-
titty meister over there?
Exactly. She's giving it to a woman with real cans.
And what does it say?
Or at least real big cans.
What does it
with
say?
Miss Flatchest.
What does it say?
Hold on, let me see if I can blow it up more. I guess I can't. One last stop before I fly back to New York.
See?
Handing over Florida sweets to his new mama. Bunch of emojis. To follow this special guy.
Oh, we don't care about any
At
of that.
Stanley Sweets. I miss him and Taz already.
Yeah. See, so they didn't leave yet. They are leaving.
They're leaving.
They are leaving.
Ugh.
Before I head back to New York.
Boy, Beth has her marching orders. You pan that camera back 2 feet. You ain't seeing anything in that background.
No,
It
everything
just
is
that.
everything is cropped out.
Tits
Everything.
McGee there. I mean,
It
you
looks
know.
like the sequel. It looks like the sequel to I Am Sam.
I don't understand
That's right,
her
Rupert
at all.
Pumpkin.
I don't
Got
understand
milk.
her look. I don't understand anything about her.
What do you don't like the Raggedy Ann and Andy look there?
No, I just
With Tits McGee?
despise it with Tits McGee exactly.
With Tits McGee over there.
Okay, so let's start on this because yes, and he's definitely coming back this weekend because if you remember at the end of the show, he's also talking about Ralph coming over on Monday to help him with tuxedos for his daughter's wedding,
No
which is
question.
definitely this summer.
Creepy picture. Oh my god.
So okay, let's start. We're
How
gonna
much,
talk
how
about-
much anorexic, fat-shaming talk do those two twats have in real life when they're fitting for an event like that? Could you imagine the dialogue
oh my God,
with those two?
Oh,
in
it's worse than a
private?
beauty parlor.
I know,
Worse than a
I
beauty
know.
parlor.
No. Yeah, Mike White, you would be amazed how expensive it must be to run that place.
Well,
you
yeah,
have to
because-
keep everything temperate because the humidity
Yes.
and the salt water will kill them. So it is exorbitantly expensive. Plus, he has the gardeners, everything has to be done. Yes, Dennis.
But I'll probably say that probably the air conditioners run colder when he's not there than when he is there.
We'll talk about that later. Don't
I know, but I'm
don't
just saying-
jump ahead. You're having a bad
always
habit of
do.
jumping
I'm
ahead
sorry.
lately. I don't know why.
I don't know
why.
because I heard all this garbage and I just want to get it out of my head.
I know.
want it
You
out
let
of
the
my
poison
head.
out.
Get
You
the
have to let the
drill.
poison out. I understand.
I gotta get the drill and get it out.
All right, so Jimmy's Not Coming This Year is the title of my first clip, so let's get going.
Like Jimmy and I were planning on going to Italy together. I mean,
We're
it's a
planning.
different kind of relation. I'm not planning to go to Italy with Ron.
Yeah, you've been a lot of places with Jimmy. It's not like you haven't ever vacationed with Jimmy. You have vacationed with Jimmy a lot.
Shut up, Robin.
By the way, let me just tell you, most people who get to know me don't want to be with me anyway.
Oh.
Like Jimmy always comes over to my house in the summer. Like it's sort of a tradition. He comes with Molly and the kids, and they hang out for a couple of days. But they've even put an end to that.
Yeah,
they've stopped.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
we even heard from we heard
It
from other
got to be
people.
a prison. You couldn't leave.
Wow.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Robin. It's a goddamn prison. Nobody can leave. Hey, we're going to try and do this whole show without cursing because I'm trying to test something out because apparently
I
we
already
curse
blew
too
that.
much and they're not giving us credit where credit is due for our shows. So let's try and not curse, okay? We're going to try really hard. I know
Yes,
I'm the
Monique.
worst. I'm the worst.
You're the worst.
I know I am. I'm going to try, okay? All right, so let's move on a little bit. Hang on.
We heard
It
from other
got to be
people.
a prison. You couldn't leave.
Yeah, we heard from other people that Jimmy and Molly were saying, when you go to the Sterns, it's like I forget what they said. It's like a prison or they're tired of all the rules.
Right.
too many
right.
rules.
There were too many rules. Yeah.
And I said to my wife, it's about time Jimmy realized I'm no fun. He had this fantasy that he was going to hang out at my house and have a good time. I could see. I tell you, people, I don't think.
He's like a pig now in like a swill of mud, and he so is enjoying now being this person. Like he is now engaged this persona.
Oh God,
as who he is.
Tortured Hot Topic blackface. He's
Tortured,
angst-ridden and tortured.
anorexic.
He loves it. When Howard Hughes is the greatest thing you could say to him. That he loves that shit. You've said that in the thread today, Monique. He loves every bit of this.
Absolutely, complete
yes.
misanthrope. He just loves being this person now.
But
yes, Dennis.
it's so weird. In the long game, this is a really stupid way to go because you end up very, very isolated from everyone.
He thinks he's going to live forever, Dennis.
That's what he
I
wants.
understand that, but
when you think you're going to live till 300 years old, this doesn't matter. Time is of no
I know, I understand that, but
consequence.
good God, his
But,
mindset
guys,
is insane. What?
The history behind Howard and his friendships with famous people goes back to David Letterman when he was first on that show. They actually became like pen pals, and Dave would start telling him stuff that he's okay. Obviously don't say this on the radio. Then Howard didn't care. He just blew him up. He totally flushed that friendship down the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So
D. Snyder.
Howard is just, you know what? He can't wait to tell everybody he's saying at the cool kids table for all his tortured bull crap.
Yeah, of
Also,
course.
the don't meet your heroes thing, which we abide by, which really applies to a lot of people in life. Kimmel doesn't abide by that at all. He will meet
he's an
his
idiot.
heroes at all costs. There's nothing they can do to piss him off or dissuade him. He will hang out with his heroes, and it's the last thing he'll do. Whether it's Howard or Letterman, who are both misanthropes you never should want to hang out with, nothing's going to stop Kimmel from hanging out with them.
No, this is true, but Howard is now building the let's go with the Johnny Carson narrative, that he's going to retire into obscurity. You won't see him anymore. Nothing will be videoed of him. He won't be recorded anywhere. He'll just be like, some weird, quiet guy. Next thing you know, cuts to 20 years later and he's in a wheelchair, and Daily Mail has like some stupid picture of him, being all decrepit and shit.
The only difference though is that people actually kind of like Johnny Carson.
Yeah, but no, no, that's not true. Johnny Carson wasn't like beloved. Johnny was a bit of a
not
dick.
beloved, but I'm sorry, they respected Johnny Carson.
This would be true.
Never went away.
They respected him.
But he was a dick. He was a dick.
Well, yeah, but then again, he did. But he did let other people host his show. He did give other people chances to become more famous.
Oh, because he was confident in himself. He was confident in his ability to be what he was.
But he did actually help people. He helped David Brenner. He helped.
Gary Shandling hosted it.
Joan Rivers.
Yeah, Joan Rivers. He helped a lot of people. So they had respect for him.
Joan
So
Rivers.
when he was gone, people still thought about him.
When he was gone, he was gone, and they loved. He loved. He was that guy. So I think that he wants to. He's manipulating everything now so that we get on this bandwagon.
In line with that, Monique, what you just said, and it's really spot on, I think. He also brags about that fucking John Lennon song, Watching the Wheels Go Round and Round. Remember he had that rap about, he thinks he's that. He thinks we're all crazy, and he's sitting inside watching the wheels go, and he doesn't have to participate because he's so rich, and he's got it all set up. That song, he really thinks he's living that song.
Love this tone cut. He's more Charles Foster Kane, building Xanadu, alienating everyone.
Yep.
Has a talentless trophy wife. Yeah, I love it.
He is Citizen Kane.
I
without
love
the
it.
talent.
I love it. Okay, let's move on a little bit because this is a running theme for the entirety of the show today. So, of course, Beth is so brokenhearted that Jimmy and his wife aren't coming this
I mean, it was unbelievable.
summer.
Like Jimmy and Molly, we would hang with at least 2 times a year. And then it got down to 1 time a year. And now it's 0. And Beth's brokenhearted because she so
Loves
looks forward.
Molly. Yes.
Oh, she loves this Molly. Just thinks she's the greatest.
Loves her Molly. And, Beth is riding on that little stupid coattails as well.
Absolutely.
Anything to have Nosebud. Anything to have these people, love them. And, people were actually feeling sorry for Beth today. I will admit I was one of them.
Why?
But you know
I
what?
don't.
No, not in that way. It's like you made your
I know what you
bed,
mean.
you lay in
Anyway.
it, you decided to do this. You chose
Beth
to-
loves it too, Monique, because she gets to play the victim here.
No.
Beth gets to play
Oh
the
my God,
victim.
100%.
Yeah, she loves
But
it.
no,
in a way.
wait. But today, though, I think this was the week that the realization set in. Like, it finally clicked in its head what the rest of its life is going to be. I think
if
it
she
finally-
stays with him.
Too bad.
Yeah, you're. I think it's stuck, and
I
it
don't think it's
realized
stuck.
that
I
today.
think
You
it could
heard it.
I think it
heard
could
it in
leave
his
and
voice.
get like a nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what her prenup
Prenup is?
looks like, but I
I
can't
was going to keep
imagine
the cat
it's-
stuff up. Can't keep the cat
There's
stuff up
no
without him.
chemistry. They have no
gives a
reason
fuck.
to be together. They
You
have
know
no
what? I would
chemistry at
abandon
all.
those cats so fucking hard and
It
fast.
needs the cats to be famous, though. That's the problem.
No. Once she's gone and she has like enough money, she'll be like Katie Lee. You'll never see her again. Like you'll
Yeah.
never see her again.
Yeah, but
That's
she's
the end-
addicted
that's
to
the
Oh,
end
no, we
game
still
is
see
gone.
Katie Lee.
That's the long game con, Monique. That's
she
the
wants
end
that
game.
BFF famous people lifestyle.
Exactly.
That's what she wants.
So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
you know what?
difference.
She's perfectly happy being the Hamptons girl who has her friends out there, who goes to lunch, who hangs out, plays tennis, runs, does all this stuff without
That
anybody
Real
knowing what
Housewives
she's
show
doing.
is Beth. That's her life.
Yes,
And she
that
should
is
be on
absolutely
show.
her.
It
That
is
is
going to be
absolutely her
losing.
life.
It's going to be losing access to that if this keeps up, and that is the
That's
realization.
the only
it had
downside.
today.
Dennis. She loses access
It
to
had
knows
that
it.
today.
She knows it.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a Sophie's choice. I mean, what do you do?
Exactly.
I
It
don't
wanted
know.
to be famous. It
So-
wanted. It wanted.
So
to
yeah,
be
but
famous.
she doesn't. I'm not sure the fame, especially after COVID and her not being out there and about or on red carpets or anything like
Well-
that. I don't think that is as relevant as it used to be. I
It
just
still
don't.
is for it. No, absolutely. But because of the Taskmaster, it made the deal with. It is absolutely stuck, and it can't go out. It's dying. It would have slaughtered every kitten to go to that Met Gala.
Yes.
Oh, bro. She would have
Absolutely.
punted
Should
every
open
one
a
of those
Chinese
cats into the
restaurant.
ocean.
Lower
to
East
even
Side.
to even rub it in, a Formula One driver got invited to
You
the Met
only
Gala.
get invited if you're topical. That's the way it works.
Yeah,
You know,
and
you just
Daniel
have
Ricciardo
to be,
got invited. That
you
was
have to be
hilarious.
topical, and that's why you get invited to that. And and what's her face is in charge of like the entirety of
Anna
that.
Anna Wintour.
She will pick and choose everybody who comes to it, and yeah, you're right. You're right, G Canada. Beef lives a billionaire life. She has to give it up to get a divorce. You're right. You can't just buy a $500 dress to hang out with the fucking cats and take pictures. I can't believe it.
She does though.
Okay,
Frequently.
so then apparently Jimmy invited them to something. He wouldn't mention what it is, but of course,
when.
his whole well, no, it was conveniently enough. It was while he was still working, and his
But
thought
we
is
don't know
Jimmy
what that
knew
means.
that.
We don't know if that's next week or in September.
No, if you listen to it, just listen.
In another week, it would have been my summer vacation.
It would have been.
It's always your summer vacation.
He did a nice thing. He invited us. And he invited us when he knew I'd be working, so I wouldn't ruin it. Right.
Memorial Day.
Because I'm no fun. I'm just not a fun guy. I know, you know, it's so funny. When we went to Miami to do the radio show, I called Robin numerous times. I said, I think I want to end my radio career. And Robin's like, why? We're doing so well. I go, because they want me to go to Miami. I was just...
Are you kidding me? Like, you want to end your career because you're going to Miami, and Jimmy invited you somewhere that you can't go. And the reason that Jimmy's able to do this is because there's a writer's strike. So he's off now for the whole rest of the friggin' year, if need be.
If you listen to that...
that was on RadioGunk the second it happened.
Yes.
So what's kind of weird about that, and I'm kind of going to run this because I'm thinking it's for Memorial Day weekend. And because I'm going to stick with this because he really wants that summer off. And to be off in June is the summer off.
Yeah, the goal is to have Memorial Day off to Labor Day. That's the real goal.
And I have a feeling it was next week he got invited for something for Memorial Day with Jimmy. And Jimmy knows he's working up till then and he can't go. And that would make perfect sense.
Let's remind everybody of how we got here. So Jimmy had a little incident with blackface, and he was on the verge of being canceled. So Disney said, why don't you take the summer off until everything cools off, come back in the fall, people will have moved on. So that was the beginning of Jimmy taking summers off. Well, how we're finding out that his friend is taking summers off, now I have to take summers off.
Oh, he wants everything what everybody has.
He had the audacity of trying to do Jedi mind trick and told us either last summer or the summer before, I've always taken the summer off. Like people don't remember that you work through all these.
I had a conversation with somebody.
Now, let me finish one last thing.
Okay, sorry.
So now, Jimmy, as we mentioned a few weeks ago when the writer's strike started, is off until this is over, which will probably be until the fall.
Could be any time, right?
Don't think that that's not lost on Howard. That his friends now even gave even more time off. So we'll see how it plays out.
No, he's always he's compared himself to HBO. Bill Maher does a show once a week. Carson. So if you've got something, any vacation time, he works in radio, which is long form. It doesn't apply to other forms of show business. But if you got it, he thinks he deserves it too. It doesn't matter, especially days off.
And thank you, John. And the Some Fridays Off started when Letterman started doing.
That's right.
The
all the talk
shows
shows started taking Friday
Wednesday
off.
or Thursday or something like that, and then taking the Fridays off. That got the bug up Howard's ass. That's what.
Yeah, Letterman taped 2 shows on Thursday, right, and then took Friday off.
Something like that. Yeah,
and that triggered the whole thing. Exactly right.
So Howard is, what about me? He's always been about what about me.
He wants everything everybody's got.
It's famous with Oprah when Oprah was part of the whole serious thing.
Yes.
And so.
Martha
so
Stewart.
it'll be interesting to see moving forward. Now that Jimmy is getting like freaking an extra 2 months of vacation, how Howard handles that.
Yep. Oh, Rupert Pumpkin, Johnny Carson checked out but sailed across the world in his yacht. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. He did something.
Okay. Johnny's a completely different man. All right. So then they reflected, weirdly enough, back on the house rules thing and the you've had enough candle thing. And it was weird for them to go back into this conversation. But clearly that was the straw that broke the camel's back. How miserable he must have been on that visit from Jimmy and his wife. He had to be. I mean,
did he bring the candle up?
Of course he brought the candle up.
Oh, I thought story got dumped from the replay.
Exactly. It got dumped when it initially happened from the replays. But what you realized also with the candles is that the whole reason he's blowing out candles is his fear that his house was going to burn down because of the candle that he gave to Ozzy and his wife. This is how it came out on the show. But here's the House Rules replay. Here we go.
But tell me if you think this is unreasonable. The only rule was it was COVID. And I said, gee, do me a favor. If you're coming to visit me, can you stay around the house? Like, in other words, if you're going to go visit people, I'm kind of fucked. This was COVID. So I thought that was a reasonable rule. And then the other rule was, it's a lot to prepare for people, especially if Jimmy's kids and everything come. And meal.
What exactly is that? Meaning somebody has to go out and buy extra, like, chicken nuggets for them?
Exactly. So your staff has to work a little bit harder?
And you have to put sheets on the bed, on one of the 7 bedrooms?
The cook has to do extra work.
And Kimmel and Molly are hands-on parents. It's not like you need them remotely to pass them on to anybody. That's the last thing they do.
Yeah. All right, let me finish the clip.
Let's have lunch at 11:30 or
lunch at 11
o'clock.
Lunch at 11 o'clock.
And we'll have dinner at 6 or 6:30.
Oh, my God.
That was the only rule that I thought. But
yeah.
Did you ever hear Ralph? The whole thing with Ralph and the washing machine and the acid and stuff. And so Ralph was going off on Howard about the rules he had. This is like I should get this for tomorrow. And he's talking about I'm not eating lunch at 11:30. He's like, you have 5 different rules. I don't. And so Ralph's complaining about his rules. This is all the way back then. It's a really really good listen.
And no, he has not mentioned Mother's Day. Just so you know, Benjamin.
Yeah, so this is recorded. The best part of all about this, though, is that he's doing all these rules and bullshit. First of all, there was really no people staying away from anything. This is last summer. And the second part is he's not working. There's no reason to go to bed at 7 o'clock at night. No reason at all to go to bed. Eat lunch at 11 a.m.
None.
There's no reason to. You're not working.
And by the way, live a little. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you that you need to be this strict at 70?
It's a manipulative things that he does. He's controlling other people's lives for no reason other than the fact that
he is controlling other people's lives because
That's
he can.
all it is. I mean, Dennis is right. The dude is at home. He can eat dinner at 11 o'clock at night. It wouldn't really affect him one way or the other.
Like, are you kidding me that you can't stay up and watch stupid American Idol if you want to? Of course you can.
You don't have to work the next day.
So what? Exactly. And you know what? Guess what? So what if you do? What?
And not only that.
So what? You start at 7.
Today, he could say, you know what? The show starts at 9 o'clock.
There you go. Exactly. Guess what? New rules.
Summertime. There's nothing. Could you imagine him in Europe? I couldn't fathom him in Europe.
Oh my God! It would take him 3 days just to get over the time change. It would just be awful. It would be awful.
In like Italy, he would not be able to handle. They eat dinner at 8:30 at night.
8:30.
I mean, that's when they eat 9 o'clock.
8:30. Keep going. 10. Spain. 10. 10:30.
10. Yeah. No. Well, 8:30 you go and you start having drinks and stuff, and then the meal goes
on.
Don't
forget, in Spain you have siesta as well, so nobody's working between like 1 and 3.
Siesta is awesome, man. I love siestas.
I love siestas.
They're great.
But
you know what? Though? Listen. To Howard's credit, by him constantly bitching about getting up early, people on a subconscious level relate to that. Like, oh shit, I got to be at the mall by 10 a.m. to open up Foot Locker, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people have commitments that they have to adhere to in order to make a living. So when Howard, it's so easy to get lost in his bullshit because he acts like he's opening up fucking Subway at the mall at 10 a.m. He has to be there to start slicing the salami or something. When in fact, he doesn't.
He hides the salami.
He is his own rules. So, yeah. Cookie. There you go.
Where's the Latino cookie monster?
It's a compliment.
Hey,
Cookie.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Monique, what do you think the deal with the help is? The cooking staff? You think they're because they're so domestically and incompetent and culinary incompetent
No.
that they can't prepare shit for shit. Do you think the staff is on a schedule of any kind? That they can only deal with meals at a certain time, that they actually leave, they don't want them there too long, make the
I
meal
think they
and
do
take
meal
off.
prep. I think they do meal prep for the day.
Totally by his choice.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
of
know,
course.
because he doesn't want them around. any
You know
longer
what it
than
is? He's a creature of habit. I
feed me and
believe
get
that
out.
he eats literally the same thing every single
He's
day.
a dinosaur.
it's
is what
probably
he
And
is.
maybe there's like 2 or 3 things that he trades
True.
between for dinner, and that's it.
Yep.
So it's very easy lifting. The other moron literally eats Fruit Loops and chocolate bars. So you know, how hard is that to kind of figure out?
Bottles of Clooney wine.
Right? I mean, so how hard is that to do? So
That's like, I eat Fruit Loops and I'm married to a Fruit Loop.
all right, let's move on. So
He
what?
is the tortured queen by his own fruition.
Yeah. Okay. Bed by 8. Here we go.
I don't know. Like, I like to be in bed by 8 o'clock. And Jimmy, Molly, and Beth were staying up past 8 o'clock, and they were like having drinks and talking and burning candles. And I had had enough, so I got up, and I wasn't good. They can stay up and talk, but I blew out all the candles. And my wife goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm blowing out the candles. I'm going to bed." They go, "Well, we're not going to bed." I go, "But you guys had enough candle. I don't want to go to bed worrying that you forget to blow out the candles." And then
He worries.
Jimmy was
The
like,
whole
"We
house
had
is
enough
made of
candle.
marble."
We didn't have enough candle."
So of course Jimmy bought him a candle, which I would love to own that candle. You've had enough candle. I think that's a brilliant gift from
Yeah, it
Jimmy
is.
because they couldn't believe that he would actually
be-
blow out the freaking candles.
Yeah.
That should be another Gunk thing. Had enough candle.
You've had enough candle. And then we
You've
hear
had
from
enough
Beth
candle.
later on. I don't know if I recorded this or not, but she talks about how because he's so freaked out about candles, she went out and bought all these battery operated ones that kind of have the flicker light, but they have no smell and they have no anything. And she's like, I hate them. I absolutely hate them, Howard.
I hate them. They don't like a real candle.
Yeah, and he's freaked out about having a fire-driven candle in the house. So he will not allow her to have candles anymore. It's just the
hates him.
sickest
She hates
thing.
That's insane. That is
And she's
crazy.
she's like, maybe we should give those out as like Christmas gifts this year to all of our friends because
She
they would
hates
find
everything
it
about him except his money.
Everything
She hates
for
everything
everything
about
we've
him.
seen from that house, it's marble and it's like satil tile.
It's like a mausoleum.
A
It is a
meteor-
mausoleum.
A
That's
meteor,
what I call
like
it.
a meteor the size of Manhattan hitting it wouldn't set the place on fire.
no.
True.
That'd be true. It's probably true. All right. And then Robin says something
point.
stupid, which I have to like talk to. So here
I
we go.
hate. Oh my God! I took her out the other night. She put on her dress. She goes, "I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You shouldn't have been out of the house in 3 years." I go, "Okay, calm down."
One of the saddest things she ever said to me was, Robin, I don't even know where my purse is. I haven't seen it in so
Yeah.
long. 'Cause
You have 17,000 bags.
Yeah.
You change your bag per outfit every single time you take a photo. If we go back to your Instagram, every single photo of you has a different bag with it. None of them is less than $1,000, except that cheap little rattan one from Saint Laurent the other day. But she doesn't. There is no purse. Was she trying to be like stars? They're just like us to Robin. Was she like just trying to make
guess.
believe that she actually has a purse? She doesn't have a purse. She carries around her phone, similar to me, where all my credit cards and everything are on the back of the friggin' phone. I don't carry a purse.
Monique
Nobody
has
does.
mastered the art of subliminal fashion nomenclature.
It has a closet of purses. I mean, not a
Two
closet
closets,
of purses.
3 closets, babe.
Yeah, and then
three closets.
And then closets of shoes. Closets of shoes. Wait, show this one. This is one of the many purses.
Oh yeah, this was the one from the other day. It was a
Look at this. I
$400
mean-
dress, which happens to be a beautiful dress. I must admit, me
Oops,
and
what'd I
Gaga
do?
both loved it. The Yves Saint Laurent and the Jimmy Choo shoes. So let's see, she's got on about $2,000 to just kind of hang out and take a picture.
Yeah,
with a
I mean,
bird.
Thank you, Dave.
they found that purse.
Thank you, Dave.
Sin Luhu, how many times do you think Beth has told Howard to shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Probably
Oh, a
not
bunch.
that much.
That's
I
his
don't
best
think
role,
she
Dave.
does. I think she is very
I think in private.
subservient to him. I do.
There are
I do.
times-
It's all by him,
You're-
Ed.
It's
Yes,
not a
she
blanket.
has. She has several of those expensive Birkin bags. She actually has
Yes.
some mini Birkins as well. She doesn't wear them as often as she used to because she doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
Monique,
She
I'm going to
really
make a knockoff of those shoes. I'm going to come out with Chimmy Jew and have it sold at Payless.
Right, sized up to size 16 for the ladies, for the lady men.
What is with
Yeah.
the fashion, Monique? Why is Jimmy Choo exceptional? What is with these fucking names?
You know
Why
what it
is
is?
that stand out? Like
A-
you're in there.
A stellar, beautifully well-made shoe is everything. It really is. And because they
yes.
just fit better. They just do. I mean, I showed you guys a pair of shoes which really were cheap in the spectrum of the shoe world, but I have some shoes that are really, really expensive and they fit me absolutely better than anything else that I own. So I do love shoes and bags too. It's just that I don't have the money that she does to spend on them. And plus I don't go anywhere anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter anymore. It really
Yeah,
doesn't.
but at least you earn your money.
Yes, this is true. My money was always my own, so that's true. No, Jimmy Choo is definitely not made in the factory
I mean,
or Nike.
Kathy Lee Gifford.
Come on. Beef.
If
beef,
Beth had to rely on
beef
her
earns
talent,
its
she'd
money.
be wearing like Payless shoes and shit.
Yeah, well, which is probably what, you know what, when you see her in her overalls with her shitty sneakers and her stupid horse hat, that's pretty much who Beth is. That's pretty much who she is.
Yes, Chris. Sarah Jessica Parker made all these things famous. You're right. That show, they own that. Those companies own that section.
That is
show,
absolutely
everything.
true. That is absolutely true. You know, she put Louboutin on the
She
on
is
the map.
she is a classic definition of new money.
But it's actually a little bit like not cool anymore to wear Louboutin
Okay,
shoes.
now it's not cool. All right.
No, the red heel is not like cool anymore.
Who
It isn't?
decides it's
Oh,
not cool?
damn it.
Yeah, it's not cool. All right. I don't know why I named this Beth Trapped, but
I
let's
hate
hear it
men.
and see what's going on
I hate
here.
women.
Here we go.
Things would be different this year.
See this
no?
red thing? Put it in front of your mouth.
Don't you think things would be different this year?
Ah,
People could come to our house and we can go out to dinner. We can go to other people's homes.
Can
It's
I say
different.
something? I think that bus has driven away and gone over the bee's nest. I think they've had enough. You know, even when they invited us to that week to go do stuff with them, Jimmy knows when I'm working, so they
Oh,
invited us.
do you think?
Of course.
No,
I
I,
think-
don't think so.
I think they've realized I'm not fun.
So heartbreaking.
I'm sorry, honey. I know you love Molly so much, and Jimmy too.
And
But
the kids. I love
Yeah.
when they come.
I know.
First off, she has the mentality of a 7-year-old. She eats
Oh,
like a
don't insult
5-year-old,
7-year-olds.
like somebody else just said here. Every time she's on air, she's either, she's fainting, she's crying, she's mewling
Yes.
about something.
Beth
There has
Trionic.
never been a single thing that she has said that even reeks. Who's the person in our threads now? Spendrel, whatever his
Yes,
name
Spendrel.
is.
Yeah, Spandrel,
Yeah,
right?
Spandrel.
From one sentence, I can tell that person has more intelligence in their pinky nail than Beth has in the entirety of her existence or being. You know, the reason that she didn't graduate college, probably because she couldn't. Okay? She's
Hey,
stupid. She's a
English-
stupid girl.
English
She's
is
not
not
smart.
easy, even if it's your first language.
She's not smart. She's not a smart girl. You know, her
No
her
kidding,
entire reason to exist is to talk. You know, she probably has more conversation with the kids than she does
Well,
with
the same
Molly or Jimmy.
mentality. It's the same
You know?
mentality. But even the kids get bored of the conversation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's just go pet some cats. Yeah, sure. Okay, if that's what we want. Sure, let's go do that. Sure. I just think she's. I've decided that Beth is really not a smart person.
Simple Beth.
This is
Simple
a
Beth.
typical
Whoa.
Spandrel post, Monique. This is what you're
Breaking
talking about.
news.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, an extension of self-loathing and current existential crisis. A joyless hothouse flower who has everything, and none of it can fill the empty, dark void in his soul. What an effing waste. That's classic
Spandrel, right?
Yeah.
Spandrel, yes.
He
So
had another good one today too.
Beanie Mac, this is the burning question. We know the answer. Do you think Molly likes Beth? I'll answer first. No. Absolutely
I think she
not.
tolerates her because
Yeah.
Jimmy loves Howard so much.
Tolerates, but
And-
does
and
not.
that's okay.
No.
The conversations those two must have, Dennis, behind their back must be the greatest radio if you could somehow record it. Good God, the ride home on the plane. Oh man,
I couldn't imagine
two.
what Molly was like after that last trip. That had to be just.
You know what? She probably
spectacular.
said to Jimmy, you know what, James, never again. I'm never doing that again. I don't give a shit how much you love him. You want to go? Go by
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
But I'm
exactly.
not doing it. I'm not doing it.
David writes, you can take the girl out of white trash Pittsburgh, but you can't take the white trash out of the girl. Well,
She's not even white trash. She's
I don't even
just.
know what-
She has
dumb.
never. She has.
her family's wealthy. For
She has finessed her way through life because she was partially
blonde.
good looking. You know, she
Skinny
was
and blonde.
she was
Good-looking
a
enough.
Pittsburgh. She was a
Good
Pittsburgh
looking enough.
7 who
Right.
came to New York and became a New York 4. You know, in the modeling world, and realized that she didn't really have what it takes to be anything more than what she was.
we say this on here all the time. That every small town all over the country has the chicken that who's and she looks at herself in the mirror. I'm too hot for this town. I'm going here, and they're all in New
They
York.
all go to
and they're
LA
all
or
in
New
LA
York.
at the same
Yes.
time, and then she realizes, oh, I'm not attractive,
or I'm not the most attractive,
or I'm not the
you know?
most right. I can't possibly.
You
make
were
a
like
living.
you were a big fish in a small pond,
Yep.
and all of a sudden you come to like the gigantic pond, you know, where
And you have a whole
everybody
town
is
of
dressed
that
to
person.
the
Yep.
nines and just looks gorgeous, and every one of them has married well or
Yes.
has like a family who does well, and you know, it's just a whole different world. And I'm sure she saw it constantly when she was in the garment center because I saw it all the time too.
The other problem is every time people would walk up to it, they go, "My God, why the long face?" Yeah.
Really, you needed to do that, Dennis. That was.
I needed to do that. I need to drop that in there. I need to insult it as much as possible.
All right, so here Beth is talking about, okay, so this was really a good dive into their relationship. I love this. This is like a minute 11, which is super long for me in terms of clips, but it was just so good. So we have to listen to it all. Okay, here we go. You're going to love this.
I love it when you're here. You're so sexy.
I'm sweating.
Oh, I hate his voice.
I'm a mess.
You having hot flashes?
I don't know what's going on. I
Come
think
here,
you just.
I want
I
you-
think
you know what
keep
I wanna
this-
do?
I think you just keep the house so hot.
Again.
What?
It's so hot in here.
Are you serious?
Yes. We had dinner the other night and we had people over, and Howard has a big t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt on, and a big hooded sweatshirt that had like
I'm cold.
but there was like the sweatshirt even had it was like insulated.
It was heavy,
Like, it was
yeah.
Sherpa
heavy and
lined,
Oh,
JD.
nice humble
big,
brag. I'm so
hood that was
anorexic. I'm so
No, it's
cold.
Sherpa. It's that stupid polo Sherpa lined thermal sweatshirt that he
I'm
takes
so
with him
fat. In
wherever he
Florida.
goes,
In Florida.
with a long sleeve shirt underneath it as well. Here we go.
heavy and thick with a big hood that was hanging in the back. And I come out in this tiny sundress. Well, not tiny, thin sundress. It wasn't tiny, but it was
Yeah, it
thin.
was tiny enough.
And people start showing up, and I look over and I see sweat pouring down one of the guys' heads.
my goodness.
And then one of the wives turned to me. She goes, "Can you put the air on in here, please?"
What?
I'm looking at Howard, and he's like sitting there so comfortable, having a wonderful time. We're all sweating, and I
These
turn
people
to
have a medical
I
issue.
turn to the other husband. I go, "I think I'm having a hot flash." He goes, "No, we're all having hot
Two
flashes."
people fell underneath the table.
Ah, Fred with the noise.
Can you even imagine what the hellhole must be in that house? Drew Show, thank you so much. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Beth is like floor. Is like floor. Dumb.
Nice.
Well-meaning but mutilated by a madman.
Not
God
sure
loves
she's
the
well-meaning.
stupid. Beth bashing is midget tossing. This is true, but you just have these realizations every once in a while that like, why are you here? Like, why do you exist in this world? I just don't understand it. What am I seeing here?
This is from Miami. Look how everyone else is dressed in that studio.
Yeah.
The girl literally has like almost no clothes on. That's what's her name, the country singer. I mean, she's
Carrie
wearing like
Underwood.
cut-off shorts and everything. He's wearing 4 layers of clothing and jeans.
Yeah. Jeans that
I
don't
mean,
breathe.
Jesus Christ! I mean, you gotta be kidding me.
That ain't 6'5", folks. That's 6'7".
Oh no!
at least.
God, he's
I ain't no
monster.
height. That
He's
ain't
a monster.
6'5".
He's a monster.
He's
Look
a
at his
cool
body.
goblin.
Look at his body. It does look like 4 rats in a man suit.
It does.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. All
There's
right,
a great post by Zors in the mockery thread today. It used to be Azores, right? It's just Zors now.
Yeah, not Zors. Yeah.
He Okay, he writes.
You know what?
and
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Jimmy's right. Blue jeans. Look at what everybody else is wearing. Everybody's trend right. Everybody else is wearing. Can I click on something? Everybody else is wearing like a color that makes sense because black jeans are so in.
Rebel.
He's wearing the dad jeans. What did Zors say? I'm sorry, John.
That's okay. That's okay. Because this covers everything. I think when he calls himself, I'm a terrible person and I'm messed up who needs therapy, it's because he's fishing for compliments. This is the whole thing. This is everything he does. He wants people to come up and say, no, Howard, you're a great, great guy. I don't think he really believes that at all. If he really felt that way, why does he flip out when other people call him out for doing terrible things? Why doesn't he actually try to stop being a terrible person if he feels that way about himself?
He
And it's really like the shrink, and he brings up the shrink here because therapy is the greatest excuse to say I'm working on myself. It is the greatest thing that you could throw in people's face. But nothing changes, and he never gets better, and it never
Heavy
changes.
is the head that wears the narcissist crown.
Right.
So he loves the burden of being this person.
You're also
He just
so
does.
complicated. I'm in therapy. I'm so tortured. I can't figure myself. It's very easy to figure out. You're not complicated at all.
Thank you, Sunflower Dragon. Why would anyone not want to visit them? They clearly cater to their guests. Thanks for the shows. They really don't. I mean, they don't.
That's sarcasm. That's a little bit of sarcasm. She's being sarcastic.
It's like, it really is like a prison. It's just a prison.
I also think Jimmy Kimmel secretly likes to goof on. He likes the observation of all this. Take it in and go home. He can take it ever so long, but I think he gets off on watching him be crazy. Absolutely. He loves it.
And then he has his own little stupid parties at home and tells everybody about how horrible Howard was.
Yes.
Oh, God. Could you imagine the stories he must tell at those parties?
Yeah, it's the greatest thing ever. I wish that's why I want to go to.
He loves it. Okay, so, and then Beth reveals this one, which is like a quick clip. Here we go.
My brother didn't even want to come.
Yeah. No one wants to go.
He loves it.
I've been begging him.
He's like, I'll send my kids. I don't need to be there.
I finally said I'll pay for your flights.
So she wound up paying for the flights so that her brother could come. He didn't want to do it, and she begged him to come and visit her there.
That's good stuff. That's a good clip right there.
And don't you love Fred digging out the relevant music, the Munsters?
The Munsters, I know.
So relevant.
Good way to update, yep.
He's just there, man. He's hip with the kids, man. Hip with the kids.
Yeah. He's trend right. He's trend right. Okay, so then Beth is talking about how Ronnie should actually be happy that Howard's not going, and we all agree with her on this one for sure.
That's why I think it's funny that Ronnie really was carrying on. He's upset I'm not going to his wedding, and I was like, Ronnie, I don't go anywhere.
You should be relieved you're not going to the wedding.
Yeah, because I would be miserable.
He'd be worried about you.
I know.
That's what I always feel when people invite us somewhere. Everybody's always worried about you, and they're just taking away from their joy.
Yeah.
So it's better that we don't take you to weddings and things like that.
What does everyone say about me? I suck the joy out of people.
Well, people are so
You
worried
love
about
being a
your
vampire.
comfort.
Yeah, and I don't want that for
But
them.
that's my job, so people shouldn't worry, but they do, and I see that, and I sense it, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. She hates her life.
And he loves being a vampire. That's a backward compliment.
But what do you hate more? Do you hate, running the odds that this guy might drop dead in the next 15 years? Or do you?
That's the game. Yes.
Do you love your shoes and your bags too much? I mean, just where does it end?
But
where does it end?
But honestly, man, I mean, like I said earlier, this is the week that it realized just how bad the situation is.
I mean, she knows though.
How screwed it is. No. It really sank in. It really.
I think this whole Jimmy thing has been brewing for a while. Yep. This isn't new. This isn't.
But
they didn't just find out on May 15th that Jimmy's not coming this summer because he plans out his summer.
Yeah, But Beefus also got invited to some sort of girl thing. And girl vacation was not allowed to go, and that was very recent. That was something very recent that just happened.
Yeah, she said no. I think that was during COVID, and she said on air
it was last year.
It was last year, and she said, Molly, could you invite me again, please?
It's not going to happen.
Absolutely,
That's some
Kathleen.
discipline, Kathleen. Calling her it is
Dennis
a
Hampton.
lot of it is.
It is. It's a conscious thought. It's
gotta
a
go
conscious.
It's
inward.
not conscious. I look at it. I mean, it's not. I don't
There's
know what
some
it is.
discipline. Come on, Dennis. There's some discipline
No,
involved.
at this point, it's just it comes natural because it is it.
Monique,
I
what
mean,
you just said, I
giant.
love the thought of Beth on the phone with like Jill Martin out somewhere so Howard can't hear, and she's like, "God, these Sterns won't die. His father lived to 100 effing years old.
Yeah,
His
exactly.
mom's
Fucking mother,
95.
she's still
My
bitching
plans,
at us.
He's still gonna
Maybe.
be alive. He's gonna be 70. It's not working, Jill."
Yeah, I don't know what to
20
do.
more
I don't know what
years.
to do anymore.
20
I
more
think-
years, Beth.
David, you're right. I think COVID made it sinking in. I keep thinking to the beginnings of COVID when she was cleaning incessantly for no reason. True, she was a lunatic when COVID started. That was another show that got taken down immediately after
Yeah.
we did it.
Because it
Because
was
of
trying to hide from him.
crazy she
Trying.
was.
Trying
But,
to hide.
She's like, "Oh my God, my life is ruined. This is it. I'm done."
Yeah, I'm stuck
and she
here
knew.
with-
Listen, she's with him over 20 years. She knows what she bought into.
Yeah, well, no, not really. But think
But it's
about
worse.
It was staying out in the Hamptons. He was in New York City. It was by itself for days
Yeah,
on
remember
end.
she revealed she was in the Hamptons at that time in that article.
So-
It wasn't
Yes.
Dan's papers either. She's like,
Yes.
"I've been living in the Hamptons." What was it for, Dennis? She was promoting mom caves or something. And...
No, it was. I think it was for like one of the Super Bowl specials, the Kitten Bowls
Probably.
or whatever.
Yeah,
it was
she's
a
like,
Kitten
"I've been
Bowl
living
thing.
I've been a full-time Hamptons resident for
She's
Yeah.
a Hamptons
5 years,"
resident.
and
yes,
I didn't know
she's a
that.
Hamptons
We
resident.
didn't know that.
And it's
So
like,
this
oh.
is the clip of the night for sure, which we're gonna play right now, and it was alerted to me by Radio Gaga. So thank you for being in the
Allison's a genius.
being a Mockateer
right.
lately. You've been joining in on that, and it's been really cool to have you there.
Especially
So,
good threads lately, guys.
just
Mockateers.
a little aside of Beth, and we might have to play it twice so you can get all the nuances of what she's saying during this. But basically, they were talking about the fact that Jimmy isn't coming, and we're done with this. Like, we don't have to do this anymore. So she says this. Here we go.
So the rap is we
Rap.
just have too many rules at our house.
Well, not anymore. COVID is gone.
I don't know. I still want to test the Kimmel.
No, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't test our dinner party group the
We
other
didn't?
night. No,
I thought you did. I thought everyone took a test that morning.
no.
Uh-oh. Your security is lapsing.
There were eight
I
of
feel,
us.
There were 8 of us, just so you know, she said.
I want to have a call. All right.
All right.
You don't think he
Anyway,
was
I love
hyper
you.
aware of
We're
every
gonna win.
COVID
We're
test?
going to do the dating game now thing.
Yeah, I just blew her off. Didn't even mention it. Just let it go. Just let it go.
You don't think he's hyper aware of every COVID test that goes on?
He
in
hasn't
there,
been doing
if
that.
that's true?
That's all bullshit. He hasn't
Yeah, I
been
know.
doing
He
He's
knows
trying to
everything.
stay out of the
We've
office.
She ain't
said
doing
it.
anything behind his back.
You've been saying this now for years. It's all a scam. He just doesn't want to go to work.
That's it.
That's right.
I'm tired.
And they're gonna,
Hey, you know what?
they're gonna force him. You watch
Well,
September. I think.
I
During
know
this
this
morning-
sounds crazy, guys. I like Beth's voice better than Howard's at this point.
Ugh,
I can't stand
that's not
Howard's.
saying
voice.
much.
I know.
No.
Stop
no,
that.
it's both.
No.
One's a,
No.
they're.
Oh,
Howard's
no.
restrained fucking chiclet teeth
No.
voice. I can't. The Darth Kermit.
Brizzo,
they're both
nobody.
hideous. It's just one. I know what you. I know. I don't like it. I think I hate
No.
Howard's voice more than hers now.
But
Now-
you guys are right. The Twilight Zone ending to all this is that he outlives her.
Yes,
Oh,
of
absolutely.
course.
Hey,
I think he will.
And
Plot
Beth,
twist.
I know these shows get back to Beth. I have 2 words for you. Phil Hartman.
Yeah, wow. Barry Hayes goes. Barry Hayes, who we've been waiting to hear from for a very long time, writes, "She picked the wrong guy. Howard will have to live till he's 110, and
He
Beth will
will
be what,
outlive
92
her.
when he finally kicks. I think so, Barry. I think she was sizing him
I
up
don't know. Like somebody just said in
initially.
the chat, he really is like a Great Dane. You know, the bigger the dog, the
Yeah,
faster
but-
they fall.
Well,
I
those
think that
NBA
he's already
players dropping
losing it.
dead.
I really do. I think he's losing it.
I don't know though. He has those stern genes though to keep on going for some freaking reason.
I'm telling you.
Maybe we're
He's
out.
gonna
It
outlive.
matters
He's
into
gonna
your
outlive
hands.
it 100%.
We will see.
I
We will
really
see.
see that.
All right, we're gonna move on a little bit. A couple other things that were mentioned within this whole time period was the fact that Jimmy had come over once with Jennifer Aniston. So she came over only once, never again, apparently.
not.
And what else? everybody that was at that dinner party, she said she got word back after the dinner party that everybody was like super uncomfortable in the house because of how hot he keeps it. And, they're like afraid to say anything because he's not going to do anything to change that. Because God forbid you actually, make your people feel comfortable in your house.
So thin, Howard. You're so
The Drew
thin.
Show.
You can't take it.
My Julie McCoy look. I'm sure you Pennsylvania activities.
Dennis, do your Isaac the bartender snap in the opening credits of Love Boat. Do the gun. Do the Ted Lange with the gun in the opening.
All right. So then after that was done, they did the whole, Win Sam's Mother contest. I don't know who was chosen. I don't know who won.
I can tell you.
Care.
I don't care.
You don't want to tell us. You don't want to tell us. Do you care?
I unfortunately listened to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. Every minute of it. It was awful.
Yeah.
It never had an ending.
We all lost that contest.
We all lost. That was
so then
truly
Howard
what I
went
said.
into AM radio and how even though he's been on Sirius for like 20 years now, that he predicted that radio would start to die because he left it. And meanwhile, he's talking about AM radio that apparently cars aren't getting that installed any longer. So they're saving that AM radio dial space for something else. No, new cars. New cars are not getting.
No. Yeah,
AM
but
radio.
not all new
Not
cars
all.
are on board with dropping AM.
I don't even care. I don't even care about this conversation.
So we
All
have
I
the-
care
we have the-
about
we have the Robin clip?
is Robin's AM blather. Okay, this is blather from
Yeah, this
Robin. Here we go.
They don't listen to it.
Well,
at all. That's
I don't
number
think
one.
businesses sit around thinking about who they hurt if they stop doing something that's no longer. They obviously test these things and question people
What?
about their usage. And so they don't necessarily. The only valid argument I have heard is that that testing system where you get something over the airwaves and if the aliens land, we could all be informed. AM radio is probably the best place for that. Yeah.
Yeah, they send those warnings now over your phone.
Yes, Robin. They send them over your phone now. You big dummy.
Oh my God, Robin, go back to watching 5 episodes of Castle on TNT at 2 in the afternoon.
So Blobbin keeps that AM radio running in her office there. So in case there's an emergency, the emergency broadcasting system
That's
can
exactly
broadcast
right.
and she can hear it.
She listens to sports radio. Xavier, who's the person you listen to on sports radio?
Jim Rome?
Jim Rome. She listens to Jim Rome all day long.
I mean, so she can hear when the Germans bomb Pearl Harbor. That's just
Exactly.
great.
Exactly. Okay, so then after that, a little bit, there was a Chris Wilding thing that got dumped. So I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out what it was. It was kind of interesting. I don't even really care, but let's listen to it.
Diet, getting ready all summer, been shitting my brains out, Robin. How
I've been shitting my brains out, Robin, is what he says.
dare you?
Saturated.
That I
Right out.
can't get away from it. I don't even want it.
My brains
bizarre,
out, Robin.
dumb.
How
What could-
dare you?
Saturated.
That I can't get away from it. I don't even want it. And every time I turn around, I'm seeing somebody, showing off their abs and, or
Right.
their ass.
Wow,
or
that's
their
I don't even know
legs.
I don't even know what the conversation was anymore because they literally shut him down.
Wow,
Like
that was a hard one. I mean,
that was a
like
I
hard.
think it was a
like
comment
all
about Robin's
2
weight.
minutes got used up.
It was either about Robin's weight or shitting her pants
Yeah,
or
definitely.
something
Wow.
like this. But that was a
was
that was a
bizarre.
good
Diet,
cut.
getting ready all summer, been shitting my brains out, Robin. How dare you?
Saturated.
That I can't get away from it. I don't even.
That was a hard clip.
Wow.
I'm going with Robin's weight of some kind.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why Chris Wilding would go there. It's like a weird thing.
Because he's
Maybe
that
it's-
type of girl. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
guy.
He's a queen. That's true.
He's a real queen.
That's true.
I mean,
Dennis
I
Fruit
can
Basket
see that.
love fat shaming.
Okay, then we have. Oh shoot! I need to bring something back into my clipboard.
But
Hold
can
on
he
one
really
second.
brag
Dorian
about
Morgan
something
goes,
that happened
"Seamless
18
dump."
years ago?
It was a
the whole
seamless
AM
dump,
thing?
right? How crazy was that? Hold on one second. I just
Hello.
need to find something.
Tune in
What?
Tokyo.
What?
No, I'm just saying he's bragging about AIM's demise 18 years after he left radio. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
if
he
you could
still
be
wants it to
born-
fail.
If you
Yes,
could
yeah.
be born and then turn into an adult, I think that you can't really claim that that's because of you. And not only that, isn't the bigger move is everybody is now getting everything off of, like 5G versus satellite.
Yes.
That's the bigger move. If you really want to.
Oops.
Because I can be in Florida and listen to my radio stations, in San Diego, no problem, because they're all online. So for him to be bragging about AM is absurd.
Tomorrow's show is he's going to wish for David Lee Roth to get canceled from K-Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, hold on a second. I need to find something. I'm sorry. You just got to give me 2 seconds.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yesterday. Yeah, talk
should've
amongst
kept on
yourselves just
ranting.
for 2 minutes.
But no, but he keeps on running back that he always predicted these things that he never really predicted because they're low hanging fruit. Because he's a
And
dick.
not only that, the only viable customers for satellite at this point are long haul truckers, and one, they're all being
Even
replaced by
them.
robots, and two, all the cell phone companies are building the networks on those highways, so you
Right.
don't need. You can just stay on your phone the whole time and listen to whatever.
Exactly. For a lot cheaper than Sirius. I mean, a lot
Absolutely.
cheaper than Sirius.
John,
Yeah.
John, could you do me a favor? Can you
Sure.
resend me the clip, if you have it,
Kimmel?
from yesterday's wrap-up show?
Yeah, sure. It's I don't even think it's like a minute and change.
Yeah.
Sure. Hold on a second.
What was her name? Allison or something like that?
Alana.
Alana, we speak
Hate
your
woman.
name
Yeah, we're going to talk about that momentarily, too. So,
momentarily.
Yeah, I just needed the clip, and because I had to restart
You
my
know-
computer.
You know what
I
he
lost
stopped
it.
doing? You know what he has stopped doing? He
What?
has stopped.
Stopped?
He has stopped ripping
Stopped?
on podcasting. If you haven't noticed that, he's kind of all of a sudden he's really started
Because everybody
dialing
he
back.
interviews has a freaking podcast. That's why.
I know he's
Yeah,
really.
you're right.
He ran
You're right.
away
he was
from
like
that.
Mr. Anti-Podcast, and
Yeah.
And now
really
that everybody has one.
everybody has a podcast, including
right.
us.
And they're more famous than he is.
But ironically, his staff's not allowed to participate in podcasts, not
No,
be guests
no,
or
they're
have
not.
their own.
Really?
And they all want to. Yeah, that's a total. Shuli actually admitted to it.
Yes,
That's a rule they
they're
have. They're not allowed to
be.
go on other people's podcasts.
I've been waiting for the John Hyde podcast.
You don't.
So-
I
Well, now
mean,
you can see
actually,
him on
you
TV.
you know what air whores they all are, right? You don't think every one of these motherfuckers would have? I didn't curse.
Oh my God,
Have-
they'd be on anything.
have have
that
their
could
own
possibly-
like five
You
different
guys remember
podcasts.
when Benji used to try to do periscopes? And it
Yes.
was like the most.
That's not allowed
cringeworthy-
either.
So he thought he
Oh,
was
that's
Andy
right.
Kaufman.
But Periscope's not a thing anymore, is it?
No, they're
No,
gone.
it's gone.
But
But
Benji
no, but
will
like
go
back
live
in-
on Instagram every once in a while.
do
Benji seems
Insta.
to have a pass
But
on doing
he
these
really
things.
no. I think he learned his lesson from Periscope because he would go around trying to be Andy Kaufman and trying to be witty with complete
He's the
strangers.
worst.
And everybody just
Worst.
gave him the get the fuck away from me.
His shtick is horrible. No cursing. His shtick is horrible.
Just as
let
bad
me,
as Sam's.
Let me go to Ralph. Ralph calls in, of course, and
Ralph.
I
this
just
is
sent
Ralph.
it, Monique. I don't know if you see it. I just want to.
Okay, I'm waiting for the. Did you send
Superman.
it? How'd you send it?
Gmail.
Okay, cool.
Carrier pigeon.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hold on. Let me download it so that I have it for my next portion of conversation.
Yes.
Hate woman. I love that you call her hate woman.
Well, she sounds like you remember Hate Woman sound.
Yeah.
She
Yes,
sounds
of
like
course, of
it's
course.
not her, but it sounds the same rhythm.
I
and-
saw you.
I saw
Yep.
you.
I saw you.
All right, let me put it down here so we have it. Okay, cool. Now I can finish. All right, Ralph coming over on Monday. Hang on. Here we go. Whoopsie.
Just
Well,
get just
okay.
get it simple. Don't get something like,
Okay, they're talking about nose hair clippers,
Oh,
trimmers,
it's just thinking about this. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
and how he's got like all this hair coming out of his nose, and John Hine is the king of nose clippers, and he's the one that recommended the best one for him, so that's why Ralph is going on about nose clippers.
No
just
condiments.
for
on it.
men.
Dude, don't you work for me? Isn't this your job? What do you mean, don't get? Get me a fucking hair trimmer, you lazy fuck.
In general, yes, I'll get you one, but you just. I'm
Aren't I
just kinda
seeing you
talking
on
to
Monday?
people. Yes, sir. I'll have a selection of beard trimmers with me.
Ralph's coming out. We got to do my.
Coming out. See, you only say you're coming out when you're in Long Island because you're
Yes.
going out east.
There's
That's
no coming
just
out
the way
to
it
Florida.
works.
Exactly
Yes.
right. Or out of the closet.
That's right.
Top spinning for my daughter's wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I got fat. So now I need a whole new clothes.
Listen, Fats, we're doing a fitting on
You're a
Monday.
regular Walter Hudson, I'm sure.
I love when Ralph comes over. I'm in my underwear, my belly's hanging out, and it's like,
oh, it's so gay.
how are we going to
So
stuff
gay.
me into a tux?
Super.
My daughter decided to go black tie. My kids are fancy, you know. Like I'm not
You're
fancy
Mr.
at all.
Casual, but
Yeah, I'm like,
you know, you got dressed up for your wedding.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I did. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the girls want, I do. You know, they're getting married. They tell me it's important. So
Yeah, like,
I'm
don't
getting
Stay with
involved.
you, except stay with Allison.
Do you think for Ashley's wedding that he because he said this, he has said this in the past year that he is going to have everybody tested for the wedding?
Yeah,
I think he will.
He's definitely
Happening.
proposed it. He's definitely proposed it.
I think he will. I think he
It ain't
will.
happening. It's not
I
happening.
wish we knew somebody going to
Around
that wedding.
civilians,
Such a
Dennis,
control
it's
freak,
even
I could
worse.
see him doing
Not
that.
going to happen.
Yep.
He's like,
People are
I'm
not
paying
gonna
for the
come.
wedding, so whatever.
And she would be like, "Sure, Daddy, whatever you want, you freak." But you know what? It's gotta.
I'd love to know what Allison thinks about
But wait,
that.
Yeah.
he's Mr. Simple. He drives around in a prom limo. A prom limo, not even a car. It's a prom limo. Yeah, you're really casual, super
He's
casual.
so low
this guy.
maintenance. I know.
Super casual with your 6 security guards.
Could you
Super
imagine being this inept and this enabled that you can't even buy a stupid hair trimmer, as Brizzo says here? Could you imagine? You know how easy that is to he's so helpless. He needs Ralph to get him.
Literally Amazon. You literally just have them drop shipped in 2 days.
Even easier than that, Dennis. I can't believe they had that conversation. That's what Ralph gets
Laura
to do.
Lackner could get him a nose hair clipper
like that.
delivered to Florida or New York by tomorrow.
And there's barely one better than another one. The one at the 99
They're
cent
all
store
the
is like
same
as good as-
shit. They are
No,
literally
the
all the
battery
same
things. You
shit.
get the good rechargeables. It's much better.
Now, the real question is Emily going to shave her mustache for the nuptials?
No, she's gonna
Her
color it.
armpit hair is what you really.
Exactly. Nobody wants
She's
to see
gonna
her
color it.
dancing
She's got a
in the
little
sleeveless.
caterpillar going on the upper lip.
Thank you, Tone Cat. I still listen to FM radio, especially the Philly sports stations, these past 2 days going ape poopy over Embiid, Harden, and Doc Rivers. Go Nets.
Oh, Doc Rivers looking for a new job, man. He got shit down today.
Who?
Did
Doc
he?
Rivers?
Doc Rivers got fired?
Yeah, Doc Rivers got fired.
I call him Glenn X.
He has lost more Game 7s than anybody in history.
But he's
has.
getting there.
Well,
Please.
I guess it was with the talent he has. I guess they didn't think it was good enough.
That's crazy.
Jeez,
So he's
Louise,
gonzo.
man. Damn, Doc
Okay.
Rivers couldn't catch a break.
Replace him with Spud Webb, like the Hawks
The
did.
second you get Harden on your team, you're doomed.
That's
Sorry.
true. He's a coach killer. He's a new coach
He is
killer.
a coach killer.
He's a new coach killer.
There's only one NBA title, and only one person can win it. So let's just fire everybody who doesn't win a title. It's so stupid.
Exactly.
Well, you know what?
I'm tired of this ring culture.
Look at his
Go after
record.
yourself.
He is not. He doesn't have a particularly good record. He won it 1 year with like super talented Celtics team.
Yeah, he had the Garnett,
And then
Pierce,
that's it.
and
He had all
Ray
that talent
Allen
with the
team.
Clippers. Didn't do dick.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go to my last
I
clip.
love the best part about that was Monique's pronunciation of Embiid. 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 Right.
Because
So
of Oliver
here's him. Here's him just talking about his rock star hair. Hang on.
You don't have
John?
the hair on your ears.
No,
growing out of
thank
your
you.
ears.
I don't think so. Besides all my long hippie-like hair, my rock star hair covers anything that might be doing under there. My rock star hairdo covers my ears.
Yeah, because sometimes when that's going on in the nose, it's going on in the ears too.
Not like you know anything. Like you've ever seen, you've seen a man's nasal hair in like 1,000 friggin' years.
No.
Like sack of shit.
Jesus left the Jews last time she saw her nasal hair. I'm going,
Exactly.
Man, come on.
All right, so thank you, John, for sending me yesterday's clip. If any of you were listening later in the show yesterday, you heard Alana, who was dumped on the wrap-up show for calling out Howard. So let's play a little bit of that so that we can talk about it again.
Let's go to the phones. We'll start off with Alana. First call, the second segment. What's up?
Hi, I got a cold. Okay, so I was so angry after that segment, I stopped listening to the show. First of all, Howard referring to this as a destination wedding really cheapened it. It's not a destination wedding. This is where they live. So I don't think he understands what really a destination wedding is. This is where they live. And the second thing he keeps saying, I don't go anywhere. Well, last year, when COVID was even higher, he was in a restaurant with no mask,
Well, listen,
And
Gary,
dump.
we're just at the point where Howard's not attending this wedding. And there's nothing that's going to change, nothing that Ronnie's going to say to change his mind about this.
Get in there, Gary. Press secretary.
You've been to, Rasan, you've been to Howard's Christmas party, right? Christmas party starts at 6. Howard and Beth roll in around 7. You know, they do the cocktail hour, they do their thing. And they're out the door at 9:15.
Yeah, so they last there 2 hours,
You know,
2:15,
Howard
big
doesn't
deal.
like to stay out late. It seems a long way for Howard to go if he's going to leave after 90 minutes.
So,
Thank you, press secretary. Gary Huckabee.
Cut to today. I get an email, and this is somebody who I've conversed with on email a few times, who says, "Hey, Monique, I'm the caller that used the name Alana on the wrap-up show. What I said that wasn't heard was, quote, he was with his A-list friends, Jimmy Kimmel, Jennifer Aniston, and stayed at that restaurant longer than he would have stayed at Ronnie's wedding. And the real reason he doesn't want to go is because he doesn't want to have to deal with people that used to be part of the show."
Of course.
Thank you.
Alana, we speak your name. Let's give Alana a WNBC clap together. Please come on our show, Alana, in the future. We love you.
She'll come
That's
on
enough.
anytime. I talk to her all the time.
Anytime. You're more than welcome.
That's not her name, but it's
we speak her name.
And tell us why you used Alana as your alias.
Because it's actually very funny.
I'll go on as Arm Lana tomorrow.
So,
thank you.
I'm just reading this random from the comments. Dave Mize, Dennis is the dude that cut my ball in half and threw it back out of his yard.
Yes, Crazy Robin, he will ruin the wedding. He will ruin his daughter's wedding. He would ruin Ronnie's wedding. It is and Beth really, for the first time, I think in her adult life, she's right when she says, you should be happy that he's actually not coming to the wedding.
He is a pestilence blight on everything around him.
He is a plague.
Yeah, but
yes.
Ronnie's he's a whore. He's a whore.
Ronnie, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's like
absolutely.
Common sense says that he should be happy, but you know what? It's not going to be the same for him that Howard's not there.
It's butthurt.
Yeah, of course.
He's butthurt.
He is butthurt.
There was somebody on Reddit today, Coke Hogan, I remember that name, and he started a thread that they should have a flat Howard at Ronnie's wedding and just carried her a cardboard cutout. That's the greatest thing ever. That's so funny.
That would be amazing.
The most unflattering flat Howard would be the greatest thing ever, like the one with the shitty face, the Nick game or whatever.
Jesus, that would be amazing.
That picture from AGT where he had all the Botox done. That big bloated face.
Ugh. Take comfort in the knowledge that when Ronnie does have his wedding, at some point we will get all the skinny that goes on there. Because
yes, we will.
Like
I know you will.
Said, Mr. Whiskers will be there with his ears on.
Yes.
And
don't drink too much, you know.
Exactly.
Loose lips sink ships.
Exactly. Okay, so it is that time. I love that it's 1:22 into the show.
Cleaning out the computer.
Yes, Dan?
Benjamin, actually, this is pretty funny. They could print that flat Howard out on a broom handle.
Dental floss. David, I'm sorry about your Rosemary Clooney, your aunt who you worked for as a limo driver in the 80s.
Oh, he didn't know. He didn't know she died.
21 years.
Ronnie seriously should, says Radio Gaga. Ronnie seriously should tell Howard to pay for his wedding if he wants material, or they all come back and stay silent and say how nice it was there.
Exactly.
So there's no show fodder. Either that, or you just leave your phones at the front, like Howard made people do at his wedding. So, just leave your phones.
Yes.
Nobody's allowed to bring their phone in. Like I was at Bono. I had to put my phone in a Ziploc bag. And they gave it to me when I left.
I need you to put your phone in the bag with my legs.
Exactly.
That'd be great if Bono put himself in your contacts with the Edge.
Downloaded the new
Who's
shitty
the Edge?
CD.
It was like
With his Irish phone number.
It's like that free U2 album I gave you.
Exactly. All right, so talk to me about some of these clips that we have here.
Okay,
Beth versus Howard 1.
Yeah,
game.
so this
Audience
is in
hates
line.
Julie.
Right. This is remember the name game when we really found out what Beth's real feelings
Yes.
are. So went back and found that, and this is kind of them fighting during that. We love this, and there's two of them, and that stupid name game because Kimmel's involved in this because it started because of Jane Kimmel and Howard's in that hideous name game.
The name game to Jane, right?
And Beth calls in on a cell phone, and he's trying to embarrass her, and she's not having it. And this is what I feel her real feelings are on Howard.
Okay.
The cutest thing is sing name game.
Louder.
You're not. No, we're
Please.
not, honey. No.
No, well, what? Just wait here. Okay.
No, I don't want. No.
Please, it's so cute when you sing. When you sing name game, I love it.
Why would you do that to me now? That's not fair.
Well, when should I do it to you?
Well, after a glass of wine.
Yeah, she needs. In all fairness, she needs a couple of shots.
She needs to be.
You want to jump in? Don't. What?
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, you see, she hates the name game. Robin.
I'd rather do a staring contest.
Oh yeah, Beth can't do a staring contest either. She can't even.
No?
She can't even get her lips together to start the fucking. Contest. What? Listen, here we go.
Simple people can't do that staring game.
No.
What?
Oh Jesus!
Listen.
No.
Just listen for 1 second. Robin.
Robin.
No, honey, no. It's me,
No,
my
she's
mo
angry.
mobbin, Robin. I'm going to start again.
I don't remember. You know what? This is going wrong because
It is?
it's not fun.
It's not fun. I don't like this. I
Not
don't
fun.
know how to play these games. This is not fun for me. I don't understand.
It's
This
so
isn't fun.
corny and
It's
she just
words.
doesn't- yeah.
There are too many
I don't even know the words to this song, and I don't know how to rhyme, and
words.
I can't do this.
Also, you got to remember she's driving, I think, with her sister-in-law. So I think she's embarrassed to do this in front of her sister-in-law.
She should be embarrassed, period. What's
I know,
wrong with
I know,
her?
yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Sorry, my clicker isn't working.
Big adopt-a-thon this weekend.
Well, you know, sweet love, in order to remember the name North Shore Animal League, let's do the name game with North. North, Boborth, Bonana, Fana.
Boborth.
Fourth.
See, I don't even know the name
Honey,
game.
me, my.
Amy, you know what? I got to go read my children's book to the class now. This is not nice.
Wait,
I'm
honey,
so mad at you.
honey.
So mad at you.
Sweet love, bow love, banana, fana, faux fov. Me, my.
Now listen to the end.
She won't do it. You're coming in here and getting drunk and doing it with me.
Goodbye.
I love you, sweet love.
That was so mean, and it's gone wrong, and it's embarrassing, and it's just sucked, and I don't like you.
I don't like you.
Listen.
Show, and I got Amy Schumer coming in, and
Oh,
I love you, sweet love.
bye.
Ooh.
I'm really mad at him.
I'm really mad at him. Yeah, I remember that. I'm really mad at him.
Not fun.
That's her.
I'm
That's
so
her
mad at
sister-in-law
you.
in the
I'm
car
gonna
with
go
her.
out
Right?
and buy a $1,500 purse. I'm gonna charge it to you because I hate you so much.
Yeah, Tamara. That's exactly how they are when they're alone. I think that goes on all the time. That's the real Beth, without question.
Absolutely. And she has zero sense of humor. Absolutely.
Oh God,
Not for
You could
this.
tell that it has no sense of humor.
Speaking of unfunny women.
She's like High Pitch Eric, actually. She just
Yes.
does,
Yeah,
she's-
it's a thin version of High Pitch Eric.
She moans and complains. She faints. She's sick. She's this. She's a giant pain in the balls. I can't even imagine. Both of them must be the most impossible human beings to be with.
Could you wait? Oh God, it just dawned on me. That staff at the hotel in Miami.
Ugh.
Holy Christ!
Ugh.
Oh my God. There couldn't have been a tip big enough from Sirius to deal with
No.
that nonsense. Oh
No.
my God.
No,
Worst-
agreed.
Worst
that would be
chemistry since
horrid.
Greg Popovich and David Stern.
Should I go to MP4s? I got Will Murray's wedding. That flips us back to yesterday. And then we have Kimmel versus Shuli. And then Kimmel predicts Howard's future.
See, in that one, I fused together all the things Kimmel, Ronnie, and Shuli in the same clip. So this is when Kimmel visited Howard in the studio. This is 6 years ago. And he basically says how the audience hates Shuli. And they just both all... I think this is the beginning of the end of Shuli realizing everything. And we don't know if he quit or got fired. Hopefully he got fired. And this is just Kimmel piling on him. And I think you'll like this. I don't
Nothing
even
makes me
remember this.
happier than to pile on Shuli just a little snurch.
Absolutely.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel doing it is
Yes,
better.
let's do it. Here we go.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Way too loud.
Shuli, thank you. By the way, Shuli, a big hit. Yesterday, I thought, but the email, they were trashing you and all taking Ronnie's side. You know, Shuli covered Ronnie on the set of the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I thought that Shuli had hit a home run. He followed Ronnie. He had impressions yesterday that he was doing. And still in the email, the audience says Shuli's a fucking asshole. Were you shocked, Shuli?
No, I'm not shocked that I haven't won over this audience just quite yet. I'm still going to work on it.
Why is it you don't win over the audience? It doesn't make any sense to me. You were terrific yesterday, I thought, especially your impression of Jeff the Drunk.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was terrific.
I think you're operating from a weak negotiating position, about, as far as focusing on Ronnie missing a couple hours of work when you had that. I mean, I have to say, a month of paternity leave seems excessive to me.
Yeah, what do you make of that? That Shuli took a month off when his kid was born.
Okay, if he worked for any other company that's newer than, say, 10 years old, there are places that give male paternity leave like 4 months. Some of them even give you 6 months. They don't give a shit. Like, nobody cares anymore.
Say it would be frowned upon at my office.
I mean, yes. I mean, legally you can take the time,
legally, sure, yeah.
Right, but maybe that's why people.
All right. Listen, I guess 7 years statute of limitations doesn't run out. People want to,
and think. Listen, how many years you've been fucking with underdogs? So
listen, but
Jimmy's baby was born, had a major problem with his heart, and Jimmy didn't even take a month off.
Okay, Jimmy makes like $22 million, $30 million a year.
Yeah, probably.
It's a little bit different than the $70,000 man.
Right? I mean, how you took a week?
I took a week, yeah.
Hey, he's the host of the fucking show.
Listen, kudos to Jimmy.
Look, as Shuli explained yesterday, just in case something happened, he stayed home.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Situation going on with your son.
Yes.
It's been well documented. And you were like, okay, after a week, this is it's enough already. I'm coming back to work.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, listen. We don't need to bring up what happened 7 years ago, but just the focus, the fact that there was focus on Ronnie leaving work for a couple of hours, makes you the least capable person of pointing that out. Probably unfair.
Yeah. This is such a great place. I get shit for taking paternity leave for a month. Then I get a vasectomy.
Yes, David. He was playing video games the whole time. And
Yes,
as a
he
matter of
was.
fact, he actually had a Twitch channel doing video games when he was on maternity
Then I
leave.
get a vasectomy to make sure it doesn't happen again, and I got shit for being out that
Well,
day.
here's what people said. Ronnie is awesome. Shuli is a fucking cunt. That's one of the emails.
Very short and sweet.
Yeah. I'm a woman who suffered from postpartum depression. I can't believe no one has called Shuli out for throwing his wife under the bus and using her as an excuse to take paternity leave. Maybe she was really dealing with postpartum depression.
Maybe she was. Yeah, what are the fucking odds?
And that may have been his reasoning. But for him to announce that, evidently she was mad at you for even announcing
Sure. All right.
Here's another one. So Benji is late and gets banned from the studio. Shuli shows up late and gets airtime. Shuli needs to teach Benji how to suck cock.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, what are we listening to here?
I don't know, bashing of Shuli.
How did we get?
I fused together Ronnie,
monetized
Shuli, and Kimmel at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, fused together, not getting monetized. That's what we.
I can't imagine why.
We can't do this. Show curses every. You think you're dealing with the most low eyebrow, low
We've been
IQ,
good. We were good
brow.
today.
But this show, this Stern show, all they do is curse. They have no command of the language. They have no. We can't do the show without cursing because all they do is curse. That's all they do. Every other word on the show is a curse.
I haven't cursed.
The Stern show. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the Stern show.
But I only cursed like twice. It'll be fun to see if Bon Jovi
You're
gets
crazy if
this
you think you're going to
monetized.
find. They're such low IQ Morlocks. That's all they know how to do now is curse.
Yes,
You'll never
you
play a
are
clip
right.
from them without curses.
I'm going to go to Will Murray's wedding, but first I'm going to do that, which we've heard before, but the Kimmel predicts Howard's future.
Yeah, this is
in
6 years ago.
2017. This was such a great clip. So let's go to that real quick.
Die in bed. That's what my parents are doing. They're on their way. I mean, they're like...
They don't leave. They're like close
don't
to their
leave.
bed just in case.
They get in bed at 4:30. They want to die in bed so much.
I mean, they've got it all worked out. They don't go anywhere. I invited them over for lunch. They wouldn't come.
Yeah,
he's becoming
a parent.
That's you, by the way.
I admire them so much.
That's your future.
No.
You got to break that.
I hate
cycle.
I hate leaving the house. My wife will go, we'll invite people over for dinner, and then they'll go, what? these people, they want to go out to dinner. They want to go to a restaurant. I go, but Beth's learning. She's starting to love a very strict routine.
I think she's just giving in.
The walls of the prison are becoming taller and taller with each passing year.
Yes.
He doesn't need.
I've got.
Jimmy knows. Jimmy knows.
Yeah, he does.
He said exactly what they said at the beginning of the show. The walls of that prison are becoming taller, and this is 6 years ago. It's pretty prophetic. I mean, not that it's that tough to predict. He'd go
pre-COVID. So that's why we
pre-COVID,
always say this is his dream. His dream was to be able to.
Why is that woman on the screen?
Oh, that old lady.
This is 08.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we have?
This is Will Murray's wedding, and this is how Fred's stranger about weddings than anybody. He might be worse than Howard. He wasn't even at that damn dinner we watched yesterday. He goes to nothing. Nothing. No Christmas party. He is completely removed from his staff. And Will Murray gives him a firm invite to his wedding. I want you at my wedding, Fred. Fred blows him off, and the protocol is to obviously give a gift if you don't go. And he doesn't give a gift, and Will calls him out on this on the wrap-up show, and it spills onto the regular show.
I think Fred is another one who might have a touch of the Asperger's.
Oh, God,
he's super
He's definitely on the spectrum.
Definitely.
Oh, he's way out on that
Definitely.
spectrum.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Did you hear this, Fred?
No, I didn't. But
All right,
I've heard something about it.
Why should I give him a
Why
gift
not?
if I wasn't invited?
He's a co-worker.
No,
You should've given him a gift.
if you're invited and you don't go, you give him a gift. I didn't really.
But if you were
Wait, what'd you say? If you're invited
Welcome back, Scott.
and you don't go, you get a gift.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
So you should have
There's a few
invited
people
him
here
because
that
he wouldn't have came.
Is that right?
fit that bill.
Were the people that were invited
Really?
didn't come and didn't send a gift?
Yeah.
Who are you referring to?
A quiet guy in the studio.
The quiet guy, Fred.
No comment.
Whoa!
Look at how disgusting John Hine is. Can we just?
Oh,
Washington
dear
National
God.
shirt.
Can we look at him? Could you look at that thigh?
Yes.
Oh.
Wear an Expos shirt, you poser.
He
Don't wear
is
a national shirt.
he's a piece of cellulose. That's literally what he is.
It's on his list.
Cellulose.
Fred didn't get you a gift? You should see the look on John's face.
John loves it.
It's on his list.
Is that right, Fred? You didn't send Will a
But it is coming, and I'm not trying to stiff you, Will. Sorry. If you'd like, I'll give you part of your gift now, and I'll go out to the ATM and get you the rest of it later.
Monique.
Because I was actually going to go to my accountant.
Oh,
You know what's better about
Wow.
all this?
Wow.
And we've heard the audio. I've had this on my 10 different
Slow
YouTube
down,
channels.
Fred.
The video is great because you see how passive aggressive Fred is in the video. You
Yes.
don't get that in the audio, and you think he's starting to rev up here.
But think about it. Are you kidding me that you can't just write a check? You have to go to the bank. You have to
It's
go
gotta
to
be
the
dramatic.
ATM or go to your accountant to get money for this wedding.
Bit
We
later.
found out yesterday, Monique,
'Cause I
he's
was
as big
actually
a
gonna-
liar as Howard is.
Yeah.
Fred is a huge liar.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Anything
is.
to avoid people
Yes.
too. It's crazy.
I go to my accountant and get 2 checks this week. One was for Will, and one was for Jason.
Well,
You have to go to your
I don't know. I don't
accountant
get it.
to get checks.
I don't know. I don't get it. What
Yeah.
a horrible lie. God damn it. Is that
And look at
bad.
the face. Look at the face. That's like that's a
Just
lie
a
face right there.
puss on that
Yes,
dude.
he's starting to rev up here.
Jesus.
I
Just
have
a
to go to my
puss.
accountant to go to my accountant. I have to go to the person I pay to give
Yeah.
money
Yes.
out. As
Ask
if
the
you
permission.
can't just say, here, you know what, I'm going to give you, I can't even speak to this. It's just so
he gets more
stupid.
hateable, right? This is why we did a Fred show.
No, but if you need an accountant, you just tell them, okay, send this guy a
Send a
check
check?
at this address.
Right.
That's it.
Just send an address to this address.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
then you
Done.
can mail out a card saying a check is on its way.
He's
That's
got to be
it.
dramatic.
I think he says he's going to run to the ATM machine here.
I have
Yes,
to
he
play
did.
it
He says
again.
he's gonna
He's
run
so
to the
stupid.
ATM.
Yeah, let's listen.
I was actually going to go to my accountant and get 2 checks this week.
Okay, hold on.
It's on his list.
Is that right, Fred? You didn't send Will
But it is coming, and I'm not trying to stiff you, Will. Sorry. If you'd like, I'll give you part of your gift now, and I'll go out to the ATM and get you the rest of it later. Because I was actually going to go to my accountant and get 2 checks this week. One was for Will, and one was for Jason.
Did he embarrass you into it?
No,
or
absolutely
because I'm
not.
feeling like
No.
you're getting railroaded
Dude,
here.
no.
Really?
This has been on my mind.
Oh, okay.
A real gentleman would not have said anything and would have waited. But, I understand.
Yeah, you have a year after the wedding.
Exactly. There is a grace period. There is a protocol. But some people don't know that.
Are you upset with Will now on some level? It sounds like you're a little angry.
No.
He is.
No. I look at him for what he is, and
what is he?
Kind of a douchebag.
Feel Will's a douchebag?
Yeah, I do. Because there is a protocol, and you're allowed a certain amount of time before you have to fess up with a gift. But that's
So
okay, Will. I'm still going to be a gentleman. I'm still going to give you your gift.
You don't have to give me a gift.
Oh, I am.
He continues. I just thought I love this fight.
Wait. Did Howard say that? Ask him if he was embarrassed. How can the lead singer for frickin' his band, King Norris, be embarrassed?
There's no reason. He's angry because he forgot about it. He forgot about it.
Of course.
He's gonna stiff him.
Of course.
He was
totally gonna stiff him.
Will knows he's full of crap, and that's why he's poking him on it. He knows Fred's gonna lie.
That's exactly right. This is a total. Yeah, I love the Benji left too in the background. It was just like a nice little passive aggressive chuckle in the background. All right, this continues. I love this.
Well, he's had moments.
I think that people are now thinking that the only reason you're getting Will a gift is because he embarrassed you on the air.
No.
Yes.
No.
I feel like I guilted him into it.
Yes.
Right.
It's
Not
all
at
right,
all.
though. Don't worry about it.
Not at all.
Did you feel he was a douchebag before this incident, or is this?
No, he's had moments of douchebaggery.
Yeah.
But
Like,
no.
Do any come to mind, or you can't call
No.
None. Okay.
But no.
right.
Will's just a young dude, and he's
Don't worry
gonna
about
find
it.
out
It's fine.
it's a long
It's fine.
line.
It's all
no,
good.
no, that's all right. That's
I know
all
you
right.
forgot.
What would you
No, I
like
did
to
not
see?
forget.
What kind of money do you think was appropriate for someone who didn't come to the wedding?
Well, I mean, now that he forgot about it and he's kind of back.
Oh, I didn't forget about it.
Yes, you did.
You're lying. I did not forget.
I think you're lying when you say you didn't forget.
That's a very, very tall thing to say.
I think Fred, you might have forgotten.
He forgot.
No, I didn't.
I mean, please,
Really?
give me a break.
Nope.
If Fred says he didn't, then he didn't.
Dude, I don't lie about that shit.
Liar.
Yeah.
Fred, can you knock off the profanity?
Seriously.
I'm sorry.
It's very
I
unprofessional.
have to listen to the emailer.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
In
Well,
sp- in
there is a
spite-
gift coming. What are you going to send them? Do you have any
Yeah,
idea
seriously.
Yeah, I do. I'm not going to tell you. Go
Well, you
fuck
might as
yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, he just.
Fred,
Wow.
can you stop the profanity?
Yeah, seriously.
I was going to
Passive-aggressive.
give. Actually, I should make it $4.99 for him and $5.01 for Jason.
That's fine. That
All
seems
right,
fair.
So $500.
Or I should actually deduct $100.
Just wait 3 months before you give Jason.
I should deduct $100 for him being a dish.
Give it a little time.
Why is Jason getting his gift right away?
Because it was supposedly both around the same time.
Okay.
That's
He's
it.
such a liar.
All right. Fred says he
it.
was.
Because it takes 3 months to get to the accountant so that you can get checks cut. I mean, the lie of this is just ridiculous. So ridiculous. I love clips like this. See, John, these are the clips I love. Like
Exactly.
Oh my God, Fred is so hateable. He's like a
So-
I
we did the Fred
detest
show.
him.
So the thing is, that wasn't even passive aggressive. That was flat out aggressive. There was no passiveness
He started to
about
build.
that.
Yeah, he
But
started
Fred
to get
gets
angry
aggressive. Fred gets aggressive
That can never
when
be wrong.
yeah, he's put up against the
He's that
wall
guy.
and he's gonna lash out, and that was his way of doing it.
And don't forget, for all your entertainment needs, Rocket Entertainment.
Jesus, it makes you hate him even more. I love that.
He
I
lies
bet you he
as much
doesn't
as
give
Howard
Ronnie.
does. It's you get all the signs are there. And Will knew it too, and he poked him at just the right time.
It's like
it's
Fred
always
always
great.
he feels he has to be the smartest guy in the room, and that's
And
what
he
it is.
thinks he is,
He just
but
read
he
an
isn't.
encyclopedia.
No,
There's nothing.
he thinks that he has to be.
Yeah, he's not. I'd be interested if people came to him now to wins Fred money. I'd be interested in seeing how
Without
people
him
feel
cheating,
against
and make him go
today.
first, instead
and
of
make him
second.
go first,
and make him go first,
and see how that works out. But it'll never happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Whatever. Don't even care. All right, and then the show just kind of petered its way out
Garbage
after
time.
he thanked everybody for being a impression, and impressionists
Bad
are
impression.
really like puppets as well. It's like didn't
they are.
impressionists go out with like Rich Little? You know what I mean?
and
It's
more
like,
wasted on this show.
who does that for a living anymore?
All right. So he actually did. The guy did an impression of Sebastian Maniscalco. I shit you not. I can't
He's
make
like a
this up.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian
okay.
that you wouldn't know if he walked by you, and he did an impersonation of him, and I'm like,
Why?
Are you serious?
Why?
Like, this can't be happening. No, and that went on for 10 minutes. I'm like,
I think it's Fred Travellina, not Fred
Yeah, it
Travellina.
is Fred Travellina.
Yeah.
Fred trying, yeah. So that's how low it was going, and them looking for material.
This is how
that they were
horribly
actually-
produced it is, Dennis. They come to them and it's not Howard involved in the meeting. These are the impressions I can do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how germane it is. It doesn't matter how relevant. So just do them. I don't know. It just kills time. I don't care who it is. Just do it. Just do it. I don't know. There's no relevance to the show at all. Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yes, my Cal, we have. Yeah. Has Radio Gunk had a glorious episode about bitch boy Fred and his cheating meth whore wife in the Italian play video? And after yes, we have done that in lurid detail. Just so
and
you
Rachel Batera showed up too.
Rachel Batera showed up. Yes.
She actually showed up too.
Shame on you, Rachel. Shame on you, still coming back to giving them free labor.
What else is she going to do?
I don't know.
There's nothing much else you can do. I mean,
thank you, David. We love you. A fun non-Today Tonight show might be Howard's dressing down Jason for paying $35,000 for his wedding and going through the itemized list of expenses. Your guys' commentary on it would be fun, I bet. Do we have that?
I have a video. I'll put that full video on Patreon. I'll get you clips of that tomorrow.
Okay, that would be awesome.
I have the video for that.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do that as a separate show. Why not? We could do that. We could do that. Thank you, David. That's a great idea.
Has rabies.
It's so bizarre. Will and Jason get married in the same couple of months.
Yeah, but see, I think Jason had just gotten married and Will had gotten married 3 months prior. Obviously, he forgot about him, but he was going to the accountant to get for both Jason and Will.
35 G's, did they charge him by the pound?
Yeah.
Yes, how'd you know?
Does Kimmel tuck his tail in and make a point to visit the man he worships this summer, or does he stick to his not visiting plan and grow a pair of balls?
He's not coming.
He might by himself, though. You never know. But you know what? Here's the thing I think about Howard. I think he needs to plan out who comes when, like specifically. Like she was talking about even her brother didn't want to come and she wound up getting the plane tickets. But I think only the kids are coming and not the father. So so they need to kind of plot out who comes to visit when during the summertime, I think. They have to do it in advance.
Molly just absolutely just harassing him to no end.
No, we're not doing it. We're not doing. We'll go visit, and then you can't go visit the Fallons either because then they'll get wind of the fact that you came out there. So you might as well avoid it altogether. So,
and you know what's so funny about all this is
man.
The funniest part about this is Blobbin was commenting on that as she's been totally ignored. For the last how many years?
Yeah,
literally how many years?
3 years.
Totally ignored.
Has there been a
5-6
follow-up
years?
with Jimmy Fallon and Horatio Sands grooming underage chicks for Saturday Night Live after party with the Me Too? There hasn't been a follow-up on that. I'm wondering where that's going.
Is this an allegedly?
No, that's a story. That's the story that's been out for a few years now.
Allegedly?
Allegedly, sure.
Allegedly. Always allegedly.
Sure, Star Jones, allegedly.
Yes.
Real Gunk is not responsible for the comments of
exactly. All right, so tomorrow is Eric Andre, which I don't care about either.
Oh. No.
And then he'll do like a victory lap for Sam's mom. And then he'll continue to. Now Ronnie wasn't on at all today, was he?
No, they had Bobo on for 35 minutes.
Yes, Ronnie got a break today, thank God.
Sure.
So
Ronnie was on. He was on
with
during
the
Sam's mom thing.
That's right.
Giving advice and asking questions.
Topless. We'll do it when you get here.
It was as creepy as humanly possible.
Of course.
Yeah, because Ronnie and Gary both said that they would bang Sam's mom if given the opportunity. And
dude, that's nasty. It's a clear liquid.
Ew, stop it. Stop whatever it is you're talking about right now. All right,
we all know what I was talking about.
We will.
We all know.
Shame on you, Samantha, on Mother's Day for doing that to your grandmother, mom. And everybody go on Samantha's Instagram and just harass the S out of her in the most classy way possible without looking
shame
like
on you.
Cerebral.
Shame on you for doing that, Sam. Seriously, shame on you. Seriously. All right, so look at us getting up before 11. This is awesome. I have put up all of the current podcast peoples. So for you people who don't watch us, you can listen to the podcast, which are available absolutely everywhere. The only show that's not on there is yesterday's show. So you can look her up. We're not going to give out names on Instagram right now. You can do that at your leisure.
Her name is Jean Valjean.
Yeah. All right, so we will see you guys mañana. Have a great night. Thank you, everybody who contributed to us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Means a lot.
Thank you, Mockery.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.